Welcome back to another episode of the Bro Monroe Show, hosted by El Paso's funniest bros. Please enjoy and don't be a weenie.
Where'd you see that, my man?
Hey, have you ever heard my SpongeBob voice?
Let me see.
Da!
Oh shit!
And with that, episode 115?
115, baby. Woo!
Bang, 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 bang. You see, that shit doesn't work when we record, Doug.
Why?
I don't know.
Is it when you hit record?
You see?
You just need the magic finger.
Hey, oh shit. So if you guys want to donate to the fund, our Cash App is at Bro Monroe Show. So hit us up. Donate so we can get some new sound gear because I fucked it up with some tequila. Sorry about that. My name is Ray Ruckus, a.k.a. Ray Zombie, a.k.a. your tia's favorite homie, a.k.a. Coach R. Too many nicknames and shit. What's good?
El buenote, el
Ay,
buenudo, ¿no,
güey.
Chuy?
El huevudo.
Pitudo 915.
Ay, güey.
This is what Reddit said. I don't know.
Shout out to Reddit, Doug. That was my
only
post,
fan.
by the way.
Fuck yeah.
Who you, blood? Talk to us over there.
Oh shit, I'm Milo the Madman. Everybody's favorite fuck up. And that's it. That's all I got today.
My favorite.
Yes, sir. And we got our boy over here.
El Paso's greatest hugger.
Oh, that's true.
I do give good nut hugs.
Dude, it's been a month since I've seen you guys, so I was like, I saw Milo, I was like, come here, bro, I missed you, and like he gave me like the warmest embrace, bro.
And I squeezed the butt a little
Felt
bit.
so good.
You know what? It
Felt
has
so
been a
good.
minute since we've
Felt
seen
so good,
since
so.
we've all seen each other.
Yeah, it's been like about a month. It's been about a month, but what's going on, El Paso? I'm Andrew. I go by Downtown Drew, Tukey Drewski, and you know, if it ain't two, it ain't Drew, baby.
Oh,
Yes, sir. And then we have some special guests in the house. If you guys want to introduce yourselves, I don't know who wants to go first.
Yeah, man. My name is Misa, a.k.a. Misalchicha, a.k.a. Miso Horny, creator and host of the Takeover show.
Hell yeah.
My name's Chuy, a.k.a. Gordillo Swag, a.k.a. Tortanator. Si no las quieres, páselas para acá. But, yeah.
Mientras
we're
ese
the
güey
co-host of the
existe,
Takeover.
nunca habrá una gorda triste.
Hey, fuck, I fuck with that.
Let's
Con
go.
panza, man.
Give me one of these.
¿Cómo? ¿La ambulancia?
Got one.
El comal.
El comal. The ambulance, la ambulancia.
La ambulancia, ¿por qué?
All
¿Por qué la ambulancia?
Porque se recoge a todo, güey.
Yeah, that's what it is. Yep.
El comal, ¿por qué el comal?
Porque calentar a todas, a las gorditas. Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
El Chuy dijo que for Halloween this year quería hacer una pulga porque quería brincar de perra a perra.
Ay, güey.
My God.
Kidding.
He's not.
No, we're not. Vamos a perrear.
Hell yeah, dog. I love that shit. No, but these guys are from the Takeover Show, another El Paso great podcast, along with, shout out to all the other homies that we've been collabing lately. We've been, doing our thing.
Dude,
Yeah,
I feel
man,
like
fuck those guys.
I feel like
Fuck them all.
the last couple months, man, we've really embraced the podcast scene here in El Paso, and it's been awesome, dude. We've got to like collaborate with a bunch of other podcasts, meet them, get to know them, and now we got the takeover, baby.
Hey, before I forget, I'm looking at the camera now and shit.
All right,
If you look at Drew,
what's going on?
it's like a fusion of the Takeover Show and the Bro Monroe Show. Dude, we got, dude. He looks like Chewy with the glasses and the beard and the cute face, the cheeks and shit, and then you got the bandana over here. Got my boy Misa. So it looks like
it's like if me and Chuy had a kid.
Hell yeah, dog.
You guys don't have a kid?
Thank you.
Hey, but you're not going to college, Papa. We're broke.
You're gonna get straight to work. Man.
Hell yeah, dog.
A los frijoles.
En los campos, güey.
Yeah. Hey, so every episode we start off with like a wild story, party story, icebreaker. I forgot to tell you guys about that, but I mean, I'm pretty sure you guys can come up with something. I just want to give a quick shout out.
A few of them right before we started.
Yeah. I just want to give a quick shout out to Dead Beach Brewery for last night, letting me serve up some beers at the Borderline Beer Fest. That shit was cool as hell.
Were you serving beers or drinking them, dude?
A little bit of both. That's why I didn't make it to the CFC fights, dog.
Oh, you didn't make it to the
I didn't make it because I got
Talking all that shit.
Dude, all those samples, Doug, that I was getting and shit. Dude, shout out to the homies, bro. Shout out to Gabe. Shout out to Vincent. Shout out to all the homies, dude.
Man,
Toasties, yes, sir.
I feel so bad because we were gonna make it a point to go out, support local and stuff. But man, I got two little girls, bro, and the weather was just too,
Doug.
Hey,
cold,
man,
bro.
shout out to all those
And
people that still went.
Yeah.
Dude,
bro.
there was this kid, bro. Let me show you before.
I felt so bad, bro. I was like, you know what? I don't think it's the greatest idea to
You
go
guys
out there,
were
man.
outside on that one, right?
Yeah, that goes outside, so it's
It
cold
looked
as hell.
dope. I was looking at his posts and stuff, and like it looked nice, man. Like
It was nice, but
legit.
it was cold as hell, dog. Like,
This fool
straight up.
calls me. He's like, "Hey, wait, I'm cold. Wait, bring me some hand warmers."
I told him, I was like, hey, I texted, I was like, hey, dog, I need you to do me the biggest favor, dog. Please bring me the head warmers at the studio. Dude, he came through and shit. So shout to Milo, dog. Shout to Milo and shit. Yeah. Shout to Milo.
I need one of those.
But dog,
He had
there
to
was
suck my dick a little bit. So
I owe him some delicious dick sucks as he told me, as he texted me. But yeah, I got you, Doug. Dude, there was this kid, bro.
Damn.
He was bundled up, right? He was a bundled up kid. He had his hands in his pocket, right? So it was wet out in the street because they blocked off the street. So his mom calls him and he turns around. So he walked like this and he kind of did like a cartoon, like he went like this to like, oh, mom's calling me. He goes this way. Dude, his hands were in his pocket. He fucking ate shit, bro. Dog, I felt so bad because right in front of our booth, but he got up and he had like a bunch of like mud and oil from the street, dog, going down his face. And he was a little wetito, dog. So
You
like,
offer him a beer?
I was gonna work.
You offer him a beer or something?
I give him 2 beers, dog. Shout out to that kid. Hey, Connor, you're cool, dog.
Damn, bro, you got his name and everything.
I got his mom's name too.
little Connor. His mom's name was Piper. He's like, "Hey, come here, Connor. You want to see some puppies?"
Dog, that kid ain't shit, bro. Poor kid, dude. But yeah, it was
Bad
dope.
hunters are like, oh, damn ass.
Yeah, bro.
Fuck that kid. I'm just kidding.
Yeah, but who wants to go first on this story? Anybody?
Yeah, man. Party story, like something wild, something crazy. That
Anything you've been part of or you've seen?
Yeah.
You could change names, but it has to be real.
Okay, you know what? We had a guest one time. I'll talk about a guest.
Ooh.
We had a guest. This person is on TV often. And the funny thing is this was actually an old one. I used to be part of an old podcast, another podcast before. So this lady shows up and she looks at our studio and she's like, oh, fuck. She had given us an hour, right? She said an hour, and then she looked. She went to the restroom, came out, and she was like, I could only do 30 minutes.
Oh,
Ooh.
I'm like, what the
that's not
fuck?
party though.
I already know what she did. She
That's
went
gonna
and
be a wild
fucking
story.
she texted all her friends, "Hey, this is the address that I'm at. If I'm not,
Yeah, I did. I mean, to
if
start
you don't
off
hear
with,
from me within like 35 minutes,
Send
send the
help.
cops."
Yeah, dude. And the funny thing is like it was like my friend's duplex, right? And so he had 2 bedrooms, and one of the bedrooms was a studio, and it was pretty cool. But I mean, that restroom was fucking nasty, dog. I'll say that. And so when I remember telling him, I was like, bro, you need to clean that fucking restroom before a guest shows up. And he's like, oh, I think I'll be fine. She shows up. First thing she asks is to go to the restroom.
Oh, hell no.
And then she comes out like all freaked out, and she's like, oh, I could only do 30 minutes.
Why wait?
So like shit. So we rushed through this whole fucking episode. We said bye to her. We watched her. We watched her leave, right? And we're standing outside of the window, and this girl's fucking backing out, and then she fucking goes forward and she fucking hits my buddy's wife's car.
No.
And then we're like, oh shit, and then she backs up and then she fucking takes off. Dog.
Oh, hit and run, dog.
Hit and run, dude.
She was that
Yeah,
scared.
it wasn't Estela Casas, just saying.
Hey, tell us the name and I'll edit it out. Who is it?
Estela Casas.
The lady that
Shut the fuck up, dog.
Yeah.
Estelas Escuelas.
so she owns a
shit.
dealership and she hits a car and then still leaves, bro. I think
Oh,
she-
dude.
Bro, how did you get that? That's like a big fish, bro.
Yeah, I mean, I was in charge in the other pod. I was in charge of just like trying to
people?
get guests, you know. So I was just shoot my shot. I was just send them a message, an email or something, and I did that to like hundreds of guests, and whoever said yes, it's like
Yeah.
fuck yeah, you know. And so yeah, she ended up saying yeah, and this was right before she went back into the news. She had retired from the
Yeah, I
news,
remember
and then she took a break, and then she came on our show, and then maybe like a month later, she went back on air.
Yeah, she
And
went
every-
from 7 to 9.
She's like, my life's resorted to do.
She went
for the
reverse and
podcast. I'm gonna go
forward
back.
and hit that car. That's what
He's getting heated. He's like, don't talk about her like that, man.
She's actually a relative of mine.
That's my Tien shit.
that shit was crazy, dude. And for a while, I like when they would ask me about that story, I just wouldn't say a name. I was like, fuck it, dude. It's Estela Casa. Shout out to Estela. I know she's watching this.
Hey, so you don't mean edit it out or what?
Nah, you can leave it on.
All right, fuck
You
it.
can leave it on. There was no harm done. The car that she hit was fucking shitty. So we couldn't even tell which was what
A
scratch
95
she made.
Honda and shit. Like 95
Yeah,
Civic.
yeah.
There was more damage than her car and shit.
Yeah, it's a Nissan Sentra or some shit.
Maybe like a 92.
Nah, the box ones and shit.
She was driving a piñata and shit.
But that's
too
what's
coarse
crazy,
again.
man. And you guys probably know more than anybody else when having a podcast. When you have guests, it's like you have an image of what you think these people are gonna be like, and then they show up and you talk to them, like how we did before. Like we talked before the pod to break the ice a little bit, and it's always cool when you get those guests, and then it's like, oh shit, this guy's fucking way different than I thought he would. Like we've had people that came in and, hey, you guys want to do some coke?
Ay, güey.
A la verga.
Are you in politics?
Like,
It happens.
Oh, shit.
Yeah, shit gets crazy.
I know what you're talking about.
She's like, oh, would you like a beer, a beverage?
Yeah.
like
Do
a
you
nice
want some
beverage.
water, sir?
Sure, you have to bring your own water, sir.
Yeah, dude, you're right. You never know what you're gonna get, man. I mean, like you said, like you have an idea, you picture someone a certain way or what they post on their social media, and you kind of get an idea. But then once they walk in through your door, and it's like, all right, let's see what this person's really about. Let's see. If
I'm really
they are
upset
who they
about
say they
the
are.
girls that come on here because they don't come in naked. Like, what the fuck?
it's like,
That's what I'm
it's like,
expecting.
yo, it
Now that you
was
said
it was
that-
part of the text, girl. You didn't understand.
She says afuera y todo,
Because
güey.
nowadays everybody's
pa' la
naked
banda.
online, bro. Like so many girls are naked online that sometimes when I see a naked girl, I'm like, dude, I think she'd look nice with a dress on.
Right.
With a nice t-shirt.
It's like the opposite
What about in
now.
formal wear? How does she look?
Yeah, dude.
Some low-rise jeans and shit.
Hey, real quick, you guys have been doing this shit for a long time now, huh?
4 years is
4 years?
Cinco de Mayo.
Fuck,
It'll be 4 years in
man,
Cinco de Mayo.
I
dog.
remember, man. I remember being in the other show and seeing you guys around. And it's crazy because, I mean, doing this shit almost for 4 years now, you see a bunch of podcasts that start up and then you just never hear from them again. Like, but you guys have always been around. So shout out to you guys for
Hell
that.
yeah,
Thanks, guys.
dude.
Appreciate that.
Thank
Appreciate
you,
that.
thank you.
And you guys are award winning, so even double to
Thank you,
that,
man.
bro.
Thank you, sir. Thank you, sir. Yes,
Oh,
sir.
did you put up our plaque?
This one did, dog.
thank you, man.
You want to show it off?
Hell yeah,
Thank
bro.
you, thank
That's
you. Thank you, bro.
badass,
Appreciate
That's
that.
a
She's
little
going to
flex,
take it
bro.
home, dude. You
I
better
am.
keep it nice.
He's going to edit the fucking name out.
I was hugging it and shit right now. I was like,
I'm not gonna lie to you, dude. We put a lot of blood, sweat, and tears into that, man. You know what I'm saying?
It sounds like
but-
it, dude.
so
Not
that
me.
was-
Not me. Not me.
Shout out to Jessica. Yeah, you know who you are.
Yeah.
So
Shout
it
out
was
to my
what,
sis.
3 years in the making?
Yeah.
plaque?
I mean, that one we had never been in, any competitions of anything. But that year, we were nominated, and then we got tagged a couple times. So that's where we shared it a couple times, and then
yeah.
but hey, guys, let's get some votes, and next thing you know, we
Yeah, I
won.
think I saw a couple of posts. You guys didn't really post.
Yeah,
much.
we
You
didn't.
guys
We really,
push
we
it
really
out.
didn't, bro.
I
So
was actually surprised when he messaged us. He's like, "Hey guys, guess what?
Yeah.
we won best podcast." I was like, "What?"
yeah,
Get the
dude,
fuck outta here.
because they tagged us, and I was like, what the hell is this? I was like, is this spam? And I was like, oh shit,
Andrew's
we
like,
won. Yeah,
I'm on a podcast.
yeah, dude.
What? Is that
Yeah.
what we're doing?
And then I saw you guys go to the dinner
Yeah,
and everything.
dude, we
Yeah.
went to the event. It was
Yeah,
at
it was
the outlets out on the west side.
Yeah, the outlets.
Dude, it was dope. It was a fun time interacting with other people.
See, yeah,
from
that's
different
pretty cool.
platforms.
They invited us because we won last year for second place, right? And then so they invited us, and we're looking at the packages. And I was like, bro, they're not inviting us to be there, dude. They're inviting us for our money, dog.
Did you guys have to pay?
Yeah, it's because they send us like packages, like hey, like like $1,500 for like a place in their fucking
Yeah, in
magazine.
the magazine.
Oh, word.
Yeah, they gave us mad prices, bro. Shut up. Yeah, so
I
we're
was
like,
like, what the fuck?
I understand, right? But dude, we're in El Paso. You're running a business,
Yeah,
man.
Bro, it's
1,500, and I'm not knocking on you because I'm coming back with. We're both coming back.
gonna win,
with-
Chewy.
But that's
I'll
a
vote
little
for you guys.
pri-
I'll
that's
vote
a
for you
little,
guys.
and we'll vote for you guys too. But
Bro.
that's a little pricey, bro. Because let's say you're a taco stand, right?
Yeah,
And
güey.
you're popping off, and you win that number one, and you want to fucking get the best exposure, and they sell you a package of 1,500. I gotta pay Juanito, I gotta pay Lupita, I gotta fucking pay my wife, and then I still gotta fucking re-up on the lot to the core, So you're like, you can't pay 500 for that bundle, and
Chewy knows
Bro.
about this because he's got a little Duchis. He's got a little corn stand.
So if you guys ever,
Bro,
What's the name of it? What's the name of it?
Shit.
Dulcis, bro.
Dulcis?
Yeah, hell yeah. You can find us at Dulcis 2K22. And yeah, bro, if you guys next time I'll hook you guys up with chamoy. When we do papas locas, we do Mexican chips, like all your typical everything comes from Mexico. The only thing I don't get from Mexico is La Valentina, because somehow it's cheaper here in the Paso.
Hell yeah, dog.
Because they bought him out,
That's
bro.
crazy. So, but yeah, like you were saying about paying for it, there was another I guess publication or award that does the same thing, and I guess they're modeling off them now. Because when we did that, we didn't have to pay anything. Like
Really?
we didn't pay anything.
I think we only had to pay for the frame, right?
I think we have only had to pay for the actual frame, but that's it. And it was like Not even that much. We all pitched in. It was like
Yeah, man.
Yeah, yeah.
15
And that was
bucks.
the same. They offered like a frame, but then they also told us like, hey, if you guys want to go to the event, this is the tickets. This
because it was at Lowbrow, right? This year.
Oh,
This
was
past
it
summer.
Lowbrow?
Yeah.
See, over there, it was at the shops, right? So like, it was like in the.
It was closed off a little bit.
Oh,
It was dope,
okay,
and they had all the food court like giving
Yeah.
samples the whole
Yeah,
night.
They
that's
gave
what
us
it was.
drink tickets.
Nah,
and
this
shit,
one was
Drink
more
tickets.
like
I was about to
award.
say they gave us like tickets like for drinks, dude. They were just fucking giving. Dude,
Yeah,
man.
we
had a
What
good
the
time,
hell?
bro.
Why'd you switch up on everybody? What?
Nah, I mean that shows that they're
happens,
growing though,
business
because
is
Yeah.
this other one,
Yeah.
the one that we got invited to it looked more like an award ceremony and shit.
People were like more fancy. I feel
Yeah,
like.
a little
people
more
were all
formal.
fancy,
I mean,
more
we
formal.
were dressed up decent too, but not
I
like
saw
with
that
ties.
picture. No,
we
you're
weren't in
right.
ties.
I was in a t-shirt.
Well, except this boy.
I
Except
was in a
this
t-shirt. What the fuck? I dressed up fancy for work. Fuck just.
He had just came out of the gym and shit. You know what I mean?
Yeah, the gym. Yeah,
The taqueria called El Gym. That's where he was at. and shit.
Hey,
that was good. That was
I
good.
got my membership as soon as you told me. I was like,
Dude, I already follow Dulce's. All right.
Hell yeah.
Just right now.
That's tight. That's
Just
tight.
right now.
Hey, so Chewy, give us your icebreaker story, your wild story, anything you were a part of. It has to be real, but you
Okay.
can change names because we don't incriminate people sometimes.
Yeah, don't say Estela Casas.
so I got two. But if we're gonna keep it in the podcast universe,
Nah, do whatever, Doug.
I think this one's funny. One time Misa had to drag me out of the bar because I fucking was.
He already knows. He already knows. He already fucking knows.
Shout out Mazo Vibes, and you guys should get them on. And Ruben Alvarez, they're pretty good people, bro.
They follow us on. They follow me
Yeah.
on TikTok.
Yeah,
Not us, but like the.
Hey,
other
no
one, but
sean
they follow me.
mamones, güey.
But we
Vamos
haven't.
on the
No,
ground.
we're like we'll share each other's shit. We'll like each other's shit, but we
Oh.
haven't. I haven't
You
reached
haven't
out.
really met him and
Take the
shit?
shot.
I haven't met him.
Take
I haven't
the
met
shot,
him.
Those
bro.
guys are those guys
Top
are
dogs, bro. Cool ass people, bro. And so they have a Mazo has this sunlit event, which is like I guess like they're playing their sets as like you know, for like a couple hours. So we go and everything, and then like I tell Misa one beer, the biggest lie in the fucking world.
It
right?
One beer.
Just one beer.
Yeah,
Yeah,
bro.
andamos pinches. And then like, dude, there was shotties everywhere, bro. But I'm talking to you like. We're at Davenport, so they're
Okay.
like Davenport fit, you know?
Yeah.
And we're pretty fit, we're pretty fly.
All right.
And then we're out there doing our thing, and then like I'm getting the vibe from these two, and then I'm like, not the girl in the red with her
Yeah.
boyfriend, and well, yeah, we have like met before, but we never linked it. And I'm like, dude, she's fucking digging a dog, bro. Se la voy a bajar, güey. And Misa's like, no, way.
Over here, like, wait,
yeah,
Chewy,
way,
you
yeah,
said
Can you
one
güey.
turn the
drink,
heater,
you're
bro? I'm
12.
cold, Doug. Sorry. Can you turn
It is.
Pussy,
It is
bro.
kinda
Sorry, Doug.
chilly
I'm
here.
cold, Doug.
And then
Come here.
give me the best hug. in
I
the
don't have
world.
long sleeves like you guys. and shit. My bad.
And no, you're good. And then we're there, we're chilling, and then pues I keep eyeing her and shit, and I'm like, nah, ya está con ese güey, fuck this. I turn around, I fell in love with this other one, and I'm like, damn.
Right away, dude.
Right away.
You got over that girl quick.
Yo soy así, güey.
You're a lover, Doug.
Sí, güey, I love you. I love you, baby. You want to go eat some pizza afterwards?
Hell yeah,
And then
Doug.
fucking plus the night's going, bro, and we're just dancing, boom, boom, and then they're treating us like, I'm not gonna lie to you. Shout out those fools that gave us like a photo shoot, and then they're like
Fucking
sparked the
bottles,
joint for us,
dude.
bottle service. Like, we're like, what the fuck? And before I know it, I'm fucking.
Yeah, shit got dangerous, dude.
And Misa's like, dude, we said one beer, we gotta go. And I was like, fuck.
It's because we had like a show in the morning that we had to fucking be up and shit, you know. And knowing Chewy, he's always fucking late for everything. And so it's already like 1 o'clock in the morning.
And he's like, let's go, dude. I work, and you worked, bro, at 6.
Oh, that's right, dude.
And I was like,
hell
all right,
no,
bet.
Doug.
And then I see my homie El Pinche Carry. He's doing photography, and then he has like the shotties around him, right? And then he's like, "You're leaving?" And then right when I see him, like he has 2, and I'm like, "No, I'm not, bro. Let me go get my shit from Misa's car." I go to Misa's car. Misa's like, "Are you coming or not?" And then like I'm like, "Nah, wait, I'm staying." He's like, "No, you're not." And he's putting it in reverse because we were both already in the car. And then
With the
he's-
door open
With the
and
door
shit.
open. And then I'm like, "No."
Don Necio
fuck."
is
Bro, you know what's funny?
Wait,
You know what's-
it's worse. Wait. And I'm like, "No." And then I'm trying to close the door. And then I close it. And then I see 2 shotties, like beautiful, coming back. And I open the door. And this fool just puts it in reverse. He's like, "No, we're leaving." Wait, I start crying. Like,
No.
He literally started crying. It's because he's all like,
Wait.
we're about to leave, and then he's all like, dude, I'm just gonna get my stuff and fucking and stay, and I'll just Uber home or some shit. And I was like, bro, it's 1 o'clock in the
We
fucking morning,
work in the
bro."
morning, bro.
And then he's like, but there's shotties, bro. There's shotties. And
Yeah,
he's getting in my car during this time.
and we're turning
And I
around.
was like, bro, there's no shotties. It's about to fucking end. Let's go. And then as I said that, 2 fucking shotties
Like,
walking towards the bar.
bro.
And there was like a sign for Chewy. He's
And
like,
I
nah, I'm
was like,
fucking
I got
staying.
to watch you. And he's
I
like,
put
no.
that shit on reverse with the door still open. I was like, fuck no, you're not.
I
dog.
start crying.
Tuck and
boys.
roll,
I'm like,
fucker.
I want to fucking stay. And this
Bro,
was
we're
like,
leaving, dude.
why? Why do you want to
stop?
stay, Chewy? And I look back and I'm like, because I'm fucking hoarding.
He was crying, dude. There's tears coming down his face. I was cracking up, fucking driving in home.
I was like, damn. And
He's
then,
like, I fucking hate you,
I
bro.
fucking hate you,
You're
bro.
my boy.
Horny ass
Like,
tears,
starts
dog.
horny, bro.
He starts banging on the dashboard.
I was, bro. I was
His
like,
fucking airbag goes off and shit.
I was shaking his door like, no mames, way. He said, Mamon, way. But
Fuck, dog. That
podcast
sucks, bro.
wise, I
The next day,
cried
he's
for,
all like,
for shotties.
thank you, bro. Thanks, man.
For the shotties, dog.
the
That's the name of this episode. For the shotties.
For the shotties, baby.
This one's for the shot.
This one's for the shotties,
He actually
dog.
went home, rubbed one out, and had that fucking clear
that post-
that
Yes,
post nut, that
dude,
post
that
nut
post
clarity.
nut, yeah.
How did you know?
That was
Hey, tell me everybody my
He
business.
sent me a message like an hour later. He's like, I feel better.
Thanks, Wayne.
what was it? Inking, bro.
Thanks, Wayne.
Thank you, brother.
But that was like, that's probably been the one time where Chewy was just kind of like, because most of the time it's the other way around. He's like, hey, we got to go.
I gotta pull him.
I have to pull
Oh,
me
wait,
out,
really?
Se te sube, güey.
See, wait, sometimes
Se
I'm like,
pica,
fuck it,
amigo.
dude. I mean, I'm gonna get up regardless. If we gotta do something in the morning, I don't care if it's just 2 hours of sleep. I'm still gonna get up, you know. So I don't have trouble with that. But Chewy's always like, nah, we gotta go. But this time it was the other way around, and it was like, I'm telling you, dude, I literally with the door
Eye-opening.
still open, I had to
Bro.
reverse out the parking lot
Damn,
because
dog.
this motherfucker wanted to
I
leave, and I was
wanted
like,
to
nah, dude, let me save your life this time, dog.
Dude, you know what? That's really like a testament to you guys. You know, your friendship, because we've all had experiences. We've all been best friends for years,
That's
bro.
love.
And we've all like experienced since different situations where like, all right, one day like
Someone's a
I
necio.
gotta be like the
We all
dude
fuck
that-
up. We all
Someone's
fuck
an
up.
SEO. Who said it?
Me. Someone's always a necio. There's always one.
yeah, I mean, it's
Some
cool.
people more times than often.
I mean, it's
than
cool
others.
when you have a friend that has your back and shit, like that will push you when you need it, and then vice versa, you know.
Ah, dude, I know everyone
You get
listening, bro. Like they've all fucking gone through it.
Remember the time when we were at the brunch at the Union
yeah.
Plaza or whatever?
Yeah, yeah.
When
He's
I
like,
lost
no, I
my
don't.
shoes,
Yeah.
my fucking socks. Dog.
Okay,
Dog.
I heard this one.
Dog.
No, we've said too many, but like the one he's referring to, it was a brunch a long time ago, back when it was on the Cincinnati area.
No, that one was at Union, remember? When I lost my...
It's a different
No.
story, dog.
no,
What was it?
It was at. I remember.
that's right, dog. Black Market. Black Market.
Yes,
Black
it was
Market.
at Black Market.
Yes.
I remember because dude, obviously I was the one taking care of you, but I remember because I parked my vehicle in that parking lot right behind Craw.
Mm-hmm.
You know that I don't know. There's been a bunch of different establishments
Yep.
in that little shopping center.
That's
but
right.
I parked my car there, and when we get there, this was all Nesio. We get in. I'm driving off. He starts taking off his Converse, bro, and he rolls
They were
down the
Vans. They were
window.
Vans, way.
Oh, Vans, bro. My bad. He rolls down the window and he starts chucking them out the window.
What the
And
Dog, I was
and
so
like,
fucking lit, dog.
dude, and at this time,
This guy thought he was
we
in his
both-
room.
We both lived on the
Far
Far
East.
East, bro.
Yeah.
Far East, and we're on the west side. So that drive, bro, I was like this, and then I was like, dude, let's go get food. And we went to the Taco Cabana. We didn't do drive through. We went in and dined in, bro.
Barefoot?
Dog, I was barefoot, dog. Dog.
I'm just glad they didn't have a sign that said no shoes, no service.
Bro, I lost my phone case that night. Remember I threw it out too?
I don't know. What
I didn't lose my phone, but I lost my phone case, dog.
Yeah, this dude lost his virginity that day.
dog.
Fuck, what didn't you lose, dude?
my dignity and shit.
Bro,
Were you on Fit Family?
No, fuck, it was before that.
So, okay.
Dog.
every time I take care of this fool, he just tries to suck my dick. That's all that happens.
Why do you think I always take care of him?
Se me sube, güey.
Sube, güey, fuck yeah.
So,
fucking badass.
all three of you, ¿quién se pica más, güey?
I would probably say I'd probably say Drew.
Let him take a sip.
Never have I ever.
Hey, wait, la pura neta though, I do get natural sometimes too, but it's rare.
It's rare.
I get violent with, not violent, but I'm like, get away, get the yeah, wait. It's rare, but that's how I get.
Yeah, man, was like the guy that's just sitting there, dude. Like I can't wait to throw a chingazo. Somebody look at me.
This will punch me one time outside of Adrian's, which is now Timmy's. Remember?
I just sent that video yesterday.
You remember that video?
Yes,
There's
that's
a bunch of
crazy.
shit out of me doing my stomach. I was like, all right, go for a pussy. Dude, I thought he was
Whatever
gonna
makes you
hit
happy
me.
for it.
I thought he was gonna hit like a pussy, bro. I me sufocó, güey. I was like, Like, I was expecting it, bro. I wasn't expecting it. Look,
He gave you 100% or what?
look when skinny as Milo.
That's all skinny and shit.
Oh shit, dude. Milo. Damn, dude. Milo's all like, I've been
Show
waiting
it
for
to him.
this
Go.
shit forever.
Show it to him.
How long have you guys known each other for?
Fuck, dude.
Honestly, dude, like me and Milo, we can never figure out when
long was we met?
when it was, but it's been at least 10, 15 years.
Oh shit.
Drew, I've known him since I was probably like in elementary. Like when I was
so you guys go way
I was like
back.
a fifth grader. I was a fifth grader. This fool was like a eighth grader, I think. And I met him because of my cousin Randy. Shout out to Scarecrow.
And your sister.
And my sister, because there was one time where I had to borrow my cousin's shoes and shit, so I borrowed them. And
Again with the shoes.
yeah, it was the fucking Kobe's and shit. I had to borrow the Kobe's. So I met this fool and Benji, and then I've just known him since, and I got like close with them,
Yeah, that's
especially
cool,
in high school.
man.
Yeah.
That's cool. I've known Chewy for about 3.5 years.
Barely?
Really?
Yeah, people
And I was gonna ask you guys how long you guys known each other.
Dude, like just judging, like just meeting you guys, I feel like you guys have known you
Yeah,
known one
yeah.
another
Your whole
for
lives
years,
and
bro.
shit.
Like,
I think it's just that
You
chemistry,
guys have
man.
that.
Yeah,
And
bro.
let me tell you how I met Chewy. The thing is I was a co-host from another podcast. It was called
Yeah.
Conversing with Chris and Misa.
I remember that.
CM, right? And we had a buddy that would help us out on the computer and shit on the soundboard. And
Shout out, Joe.
Yeah, shout out Joe. But the thing with this guy Joe, man, is this guy would always bring over like a friend or two whenever we would record. But they were just there to party and shit, you know. Sometimes it would get a little obnoxious and shit, you know.
The
and
clout,
so-
you know?
Yeah.
So one day he shows up with this motherfucker, and I was like, another fucking dude here, you know, like
Another straggler and
another
shit.
straggler, you know. And so we record the pod. This guy's just sitting there all quietly, all gordo and shit.
Todo panzón chulo, you know?
bro.
Todo
He
chulo.
was like fingering his belly button. the whole time.
That fucker's over there eating some Dory nachos.
No, yeah, he's over here eating his own
Cocoritas and
corn and shit.
Doritos preparados.
Yeah, dude. And then I was like, okay. And then right after we were done, this dude just came up to us with shirts. He made us shirts for the pod, like merch.
todo fanboy.
Oh, family. He's like, hey man, I made you guys some shirts and stuff, like, you know, and so right there and then I was like, oh, this guy's here to hustle. No, this guy's here to do some work, not like the other guys are just here to fucking party and drink my beer and shit. And so after that, he stuck around. He came around a lot more, and when that pod ended, we had already built a friendship and shit, and I was like, we got to start a new one, you know. And so I told this guy, and over there, dude, this guy never wanted to be on camera, never wanted to be on, not even on mic. We would tell him, dude, you don't have to be on camera.
Well, in a way, you're like, he was kind of dunzo in a way too. And I was like, nah.
He's like
bro.
over
You
like
got
the
mo-
podcasting.
Yeah,
or-
I was like, you got motion, bro. Keep it going, bro. Like, do your thing.
Oh,
like,
dude, so
maybe
he kind of encouraged you.
Yeah, well, this is the thing, man. When I joined that podcast, we did 180 something episodes, right?
Damn, son.
3.5 years that I was in that pod, and the way that happened is I saw my buddy Joe. He was a guest for episode 12, and I saw it on Facebook, and then I just commented, "Hey, if you guys need somebody funny, let me know," and I'm there. And then 2 days later, the host Chris, he hits me up. He's like, "Hey, you down for the pod?" So I was a guest, episode 13, and then after we recorded that, this was like right before Corona happened, right? Like actually on that episode, we talk about when that Wuhan city, the first city that got fucking shut down, that same day was the first day that shit happened. So we talked about it and everything, and for some reason or another, that episode blew up. You know, he called me like 2 days later. He's all like, "Hey, bro, this fucking episode is like good. You know, like, do you wanna be my co-host? You know, we'll do it together." And I was like, "Bro, as long as my name is on that fucking title, I'm in." You know. So we did it. We did it 2.5 years. It was cool. I mean, you know, seeing a bunch of people. We started like in a fucking garage with one mic, no cameras, you know, and then eventually ended with a studio and all the equipment and everything. And then after a while, dude, we got to a point where we're doing 2 fucking episodes a week.
And this is the power of social media, right? I didn't know this guy. I didn't know Chris. I didn't know nobody. I just knew Joe. So you're on social media, bro, and you start seeing, like, bro, Monroe has had fucking top athletes, luchadores in here. So my respects, right? So you start noticing people that you're like, who the fuck are these? I mean,
Don't worry, I say it all the time. Wait, I say it all the time. Wait, don't worry.
my bad.
got
Who the
you, hold
fuck
up.
are these fools? My bad, guys. Who the fuck is these fools? Like, collabing with these people. Like, I want to know who they are. You know. I kept clicking, and then I see my homie Joe. Well, I would always see my homie Joe, but he was like the third person. So I'm like, who's the main guys? You know. I started watching, and they started having Quentin Depps, right? Then they had the coach. No, they had Mike Teicher, bro, the voice of the Miners.
Teicher?
So I was like, dude, who are these guys? And then they have like Ivan Melendez from the baseball. And I'm like, oh, dude, for sure. Who are these?
Austin
cats?
Trout, dude.
Because I know Joe.
Damn.
And I know Joe, bro. My homie Joe parties too much. So I'm like, this was involved with the partiness. But at the time, bro, I had a machine to make. Shout my homie Z gave me like a print press, and I was doing T-shirts, bro. These fools didn't have uniforms, and I'm like,
Yeah, we didn't have merch. We didn't have shit.
These fools should have their logo. Like, so I told Joe, I'm like, hey, fool, like, if I make you guys some shirts, you down to introduce me with the homies? And he's like, you make us some shirts? And I'm like, on the house, bro. Like, boom. I remember I brought you like an ESPN theme, a Miners theme, and then their regular logo.
Yeah,
So
I still
brought
have
him
all
3
those
samples.
shirts.
Boom,
Dude,
boom.
that's dope.
Yeah. And you know what's crazy is that we got to a point, like I said, that we were doing like 2 episodes a week. And this was at Chris's house, you know? And so I'm sure that it became a burden, you know, just having people show up. And back then, bro, like every episode we would get fucked up, dog. Like, we would
No,
like
like,
pregame
these guys
and
would
then
get
party
trashed,
and
bro,
then
like-
and then after we would still hang out another hour or 2 with our guests there at that spot. So I'm sure his wife wasn't too happy about it, you know?
So in a way, we did kind of feel bad, but we it was business, you know. And
Yeah.
she
I mean,
kinda-
we were getting invited to events. We got asked to do a bunch of shit, and one day to the next, we got invited to be MC for like some boxing match and shit, right? And so I was like, shit, we got to introduce all these fighters and all this. So I was like, cool, we're down. And this was supposed to be on a Saturday, and then on Friday we were supposed to interview one of the boxers from New York that was gonna fight that day. And then on Thursday, I sent Chris a message like, hey man, what time are we gonna do this? Blah blah blah. And then he's all like, you know what, dude? I'm gonna take a break. I'm gonna take like a 2-week break. And I was like, dude, what the fuck? And it pissed me off because I was the one that would always get our guests, right? And I would hate to reschedule or cancel. So I was like, dude, okay, you call him and you fucking cancel. And
But the
shit.
thing is, this dude was never like, he was on schedule. He like, if you were late, like let's say we started at 6:30, because I'm not gonna lie, I was like late. That was my vibrator.
I was like,
My
wait,
vibrator,
bitch, why you guys look at the fat guy when it sounds like a fart?
He's the one sitting on the metal.
What the fuck was that?
Motherfuckers!
I heard it, bitch. I heard it over here. I heard it over here.
I didn't look.
I heard it over here.
In my head, I was like, fucking Milo.
That was fucking awesome.
I heard it over here, dog. I heard it over here.
it over here too.
Right?
It came from this direction, but I was
did.
looking at him, and in my head, I'm like,
You know, I saw
Fucking
my phone light up and shit, and I was like, oh,
That was
shit.
fucking awesome.
Okay,
My bad.
No,
That was-
so,
my bad, yeah.
so Chris was the type that he's like on his shit, bro. Like if you're not at 6:30, the podcast is gonna start at 6:30. Like I don't give a fuck if you're late. So I started captivating that these guys are serious about their shit. Like, hey, wait for me. You know, like I'm always there. Like, yeah, I was comfortable with my homies. And
Even
my
till
family.
now, dude, I tell him,
Like,
dude,
nah,
you better
bro,
be
like-
here because we're starting at this time, and if you're not here, I'm starting this.
And
without
it's
you.
Sounds like somebody
That's
I
gonna
know.
start happening here too, dog. Next week.
Sounds like somebody I know and shit.
Yes, sir.
Next week, that's gonna start happening, Drew and Milo. So don't be late, fuckers.
This is my motherfucking house.
Or any future, or any future guests, don't be late because we're gonna start right on time from now on. I got lunch dates. I got lunch dates and shit.
Dude,
So-
you know what?
Oh, my bad to cut you off. So I started seeing that Misa was
He was like true about it. Like he was
when
real.
they told him when they barked back at Misa, we were like, "Oh la verga!" Like,
anyone can get
so we were all a team, right? So this one tells Misa like, "No, like, no, he didn't answer. He didn't show up to the MCs." So we're like, "Okay, strike one. Something's up." So as homie to homie, we tap in like, "You good?" No response. Boom.
Yeah, it's like after, like before that day, like the weeks prior, I started seeing and noticing that he wasn't on his game much. Like he wasn't putting it in, and he would be the one that would edit the video. I would edit the audio, and then I would have it done before him, and that was rare, you know. Like you could tell it was something was like he was kind of falling off. So that day, when I told him, "You fucking tell our guest that it's canceled or whatever," and then you also go and you tell those producers that asked us to be MCs for that fucking fights
that no.
that we're not gonna be there. So he's like, "All right, I'll do it." The next day on Friday, I get a message from that boxer, and he's like, "Hey man, can you send me the address for the studio?" And I was like, "This motherfucker didn't tell him, dude." So I had to do all that dirty work, and so I was like, you know what, he might be going through some shit, like I was pissed off, but I was like, whatever, I'll take over. And so we did like 2 or 3 episodes without him, and 3 weeks passed by, and I sent him a message. I was like, "Hey dude, so what's up?" And he's like, "Nah, I'm not coming back.
Damn,
I'm done." And I was like, "All right, dude, well, I'm gonna take over. I'll rebrand like all our socials and YouTube and shit." And he's like, "All right, cool." So I took like a month off, and me and Chewy and I had my brother, my cousin help us, and we created the Takeover name and all this other shit, you know, and
That's
after
where
a month-
Takeover came from.
Yeah,
Dude, you still bitch, motherfucker. I was like,
Yeah, I heard that when he said that when I take over.
The birth
Yeah.
of the Takeover show.
Actually, when it came to the name, I had no clue of like what to call it or whatever. And my brother Kevin, shout out to my brother Kevin, he was watching like a thing of Conor McGregor, you know, like a little reel and shit. And then Conor McGregor's like, I'm not here to take part. I'm here to take over. You know,
Oh,
and
okay,
I was
that's
like,
right.
dude, the Takeover.
Let's
And I was
snap.
like, the Takeover show.
Fuck yeah.
No.
And everybody's like all down.
No,
like,
going back to that. Holy shit! This motherfucker says, "Come over to my house." We're like, yeah.
in the middle of the summer, dog.
No,
It's
this
like,
motherfucker has us in his cabana on the outside, sweating and shit. Like no.
I have a
chairs.
picture of it, dude.
And
I'll send it to you guys.
I'm sitting on a fucking
bench.
the bench press, dude. I was sweating, dude. I was like, dude, I just want to go home.
This guy's
And
like
then-
regretting like wanting to be a part of the
like,
show and
"Fuck,
shit.
Bro, why'd I
and-
tell him to keep rolling the ball? I'm going back to this fool was like, nah, I think I'm gonna just stick to my thing. And I'm like, no, bro, you got motion, bro. Like,
Yeah,
like-
this guy
like,
pushed
keep
me.
running it, bro. Like, even if you got to do it with yourself, bro, I'll hop on there. And then I had Carrie join me and Joe join us, but it didn't work out at the end. But when we started the Takeover show, I told him, I don't podcast, bro. I don't do any of this shit.
To be honest,
But
like when
I'll-
this guy
I'll-
told me like I don't want to do it anymore, like it was hard on me
That with us and
because
shit.
like hardcore only
When
because
Chewy told you?
no when
Oh, okay,
Chris,
good. Yeah,
when
yeah.
the other dude
I'm like, I've
told me
never
that
quit
like I'm
yet.
done, I was seriously like holy fuck, you know, because I mean I was a co-host, you know, like I'd never led a fucking pod or anything like that. But I had always been told, like, bro, you should have your own show, dude. The guy's kind of too monotone, you know, like, and all this shit. And I was like, nah, bro, he knows what he's doing and all this. So when that happened, I was like, well, fuck, dude, can I do it on my own? You know, can I lead a fucking podcast and shit? And I was like, nah, probably not. And Tree was like, nah, bro, you got motion, man. You got to do it, bro.
Right,
I'll help
bro.
you. I'll help you. And I was like, all right. So he pushed me to do it. And then so we took about a month and brought up, you know, the name, our sound and our logo and shit. And
The shitty ass TV logo, but
yeah,
it was
dude.
something.
I mean,
bro, you know?
and it was all us. I created it all, you know, on Canva and all this shit. Like everything was just all organic, you know. And whenever we were ready, I was like, all right, I'm gonna log into the socials and start changing the name, and the password wouldn't go through. And I was like, what the fuck? So I had this guy text him, and he texts Chris, and he's all like, hey, we're trying to fucking change the shit. I'm trying to post some stuff, and he tells him like, tell me to post it on his own page.
Damn, what a dick.
And at 3.5 years, I mean, we had like 700, 800 followers. It wasn't that much, but I mean, 3.5 years of, you know, when I got there, we only had Spotify. We didn't have YouTube. We had no socials. You know, like I helped him build all that shit. And then I bought all the fucking equipment too, because it was just one mic, you know. He only had one Yeti mic, and that's it, you know. So from the cameras to the Rodecaster, the mics and everything, I had put in all that. So when I left, I took all that shit with me. You know?
Oh yeah, smart move, bro.
And so yeah, when he said that, I was like, and then Chewy, bro, I started laughing so much because Chewy took it harder than me. Chewy was like, no, bro, I can't.
He started crying.
Yeah, he's like, we can't.
Pinche llorón, güey.
Did you tell when you were going to reverse and shit?
He cries a lot, but Chewy was all like, bro, no, dude, we
He's
can't.
passionate.
We can't start from the bottom. And I started cracking up. I was like, motherfucker, start from the bottom. I started from the bottom. When this motherfucker showed up, we already had a studio and cameras and mics and lights and shit. And that I started
familiar?
like, you know, like the only thing we're starting from the bottom is like a new page, and that's it, you know. And so
I was
we
like,
did that,
fuck
man,
no,
and-
let me buy it from him. And he's just like, huh? And he's like, what are you talking about? I was like, let me see if I can buy the Instagram page off of him.
Oh shit.
I tried to finesse my way. I failed.
He failed, but it's
Fuck
good.
him,
You know
fuck
what? And it was
no,
like
not
a.
fuck him, but
Alright.
no
Well,
beef, no beef.
It
but
sucks, bro, because you never know what someone's battling, bro.
And that's the thing, man. He
You
never
never
told
know.
me why, you know,
Might
why
have
he
been-
wanted to quit or anything. So that's why it's like, you know, maybe it was something that he, you know, maybe the fire died in him, or, you know, maybe
he's fighting
his
demons.
wife,
You know, you never
or,
know.
you
It's
know.
probably that demon he lived with. Maybe I don't know.
Maybe you never know. You never know, dog. You never know.
And you know what's crazy is
Still
like we started this new page, and you know within like 8 months we were already like 5 times bigger than we were
Damn, dude.
with the other one, you know. And so I was telling you, hey, we're doing good, man. Let's just keep going and shit. And actually he came back. He brought that pod back actually like 2 months ago.
Oh, nice.
He posted his first episode and shit. We haven't heard from him since, but
So welcome back to the community, my
yeah,
boy, and run it.
welcome
But,
back.
Hey, Yeah, sure.
Surprise! He's actually going to be our guest in 2 weeks.
Hey, come on out. Come on out. Hey, come on out.
You're gonna need some better chairs.
That was a way better fucking.
That's cool, bro. And so the Takeover show started, and so we started recruiting other people, bro. We were just looking around. He says like, I got family. One thing I told him, I was like, family and business, papa.
Yeah, and that's the thing. It's because I
worry.
had family members. It's because you guys know, man, especially Ray, that you take care of like the editing and shit. Like what people see on socials or YouTube, that's like 20% of what it takes.
Facts.
To fucking put out an episode. From the scheduling to the editing to
We give
the
my
short
boy
clips.
his props all the time.
Well, cheers to that, my boy.
Yeah, cheers to that, man.
Cheers to your friendship, bro.
Cheers.
Watch out with my soundboard. I don't want to fucking spill some more shit on it.
Hey, si le echas más, it works better.
Hey, you do got the magic fingers, right?
He does it. It never works with me and shit. I don't know.
Yeah,
You're too rough.
but what's crazy is that we ended up getting up to like 5,000 followers,
Very nice. Fuck yeah.
and then we got fucking taken down.
What happened?
I remember that.
bro?
Yeah,
What
no,
happened with
yeah, I
that?
was gonna ask you guys about
Dude,
that.
because I started noticing
Yeah,
like the
we-
takeover, I was like, oh fuck yeah, because because at first he had the bro Monroe with his homie, and then like so I mean I was supportive, we're all supportive.
They were guests
And then-
before,
and
yeah.
then,
Guests.
like I started
Oh,
noticing
for real?
takeover and shit. I was like, oh, okay, cool. So like there's a lot of people doing this shit right now.
Yeah,
Awesome.
dude. Actually, so I was going to school when we started the Takeover show. I was doing marketing and advertising, and one of the projects was we needed to create something or use something as an example throughout my whole school to show if like what we're learning works. So I used the Takeover show, as one of the marketing shit that we did, and that shit helped. I mean, it fucking got us to 5,000 followers, under a year. And the thing was too is that I focused on to make sure that our followers were mostly El Paso, and like 95% of our followers were from El Paso, and so that was cool. And then I was at work, and I would do all the editing on my lunch break and shit like that. So I was in my car, and
And I have
actually
pictures.
that same
This
day,
fool has a
Hell
Popeye
yeah,
sandwich, a Popeye sandwich
Yeah.
con la computer.
There's no
güey.
breaks, dude. That's what I tell this guy. There's no breaks when we're fucking doing our dreams, and it's funny because shout out Julian Luera.
Yes, sir.
yeah.
Shout out Julian.
I worked-
Love you,
I'm
boy.
gonna tap in why we missed your show, but I heard it was beautiful.
It was amazing,
Yeah,
bro. It was dope.
Yeah,
Mad
so
love, Julian.
I
That's
worked.
not my
I
fault.
worked with him, and I was in my car editing, and I remember he parked, and then he came out, and he's like, "Hey, Pichi Misa, smoke me out." So I was like, "Yeah, all right, hop
What's up,
on." And then as he's doing that, I was on Instagram, and then it just tells me like, "Oh, you need to log back in," and I was like, "What the fuck?" So I go to log back in, and it's telling me that it got deleted. Like this page has been deleted, and blah blah blah. And the sad part about all this is like I had my like we had the Facebook page on there. And I had my personal IG, my personal Facebook all linked to the Takeover page, and that shit was all taken down too, And so,
Why
dude,
though? Why though? What's the reason?
so that's why I was like, what the? I called this guy like, yo, dude, what the fuck happened? What the fuck did you do?
He's all blaming
Because
me. I was
fucking
like,
dick pics.
Well, it's because like
True,
during,
sounds
familiar.
during this time, I was
Torta pics,
kind of
what?
like barely kind of giving them like some lenience on like helping out
saving
because
torta pics.
yeah, bro, I was saving all that
Taking too many screenshots of the tortas, dog. Shut up, bitch. Shut up. Him, wait.
shit.
I do that too. I do that too.
come to find out after like fucking messaging
prender, right?
all these people in corporate and shit. Come to find out, I guess people had complained and flagged us for everything that like Meta, like all their shit that you could break from racism
What
to
the
like CP.
Dude, no,
to,
it
like,
keeps going. And you guys are
like
weird. Whoever hacked
everything,
me,
bro.
whoever
Like
hacked me,
everything.
Misa, go fuck you
And I'm-
and Obama.
and the
because
thing
you
is
put
like-
me for, what was it? Child pornography, nudity,
Fuck y'all.
exposure,
All this shit, dude.
decent exposure,
Racism, all this, like
Yeah.
everything possible that you
They
could break.
checkmarked me for everything, and
And
I
then
started laughing, bro.
At first, I was all like, dude,
fuck,
this,
man?
like, okay. And the thing is like, okay, maybe it was a mistake, and all this shit. 2 days later, his page goes down. His page wasn't linked to
no,
ours.
2 hours later.
His,
was the
his
same
shit,
day.
His shit fucking went down too. And
So
it
I
wasn't
didn't
even
have-
linked. And I was like,
I didn't have a
somebody's
gram.
fucking aiming. He ended up getting his shit back, but we weren't able to get the Takeover show back.
So it was a hacking then, huh?
So no, I don't know about hacking. I don't know, but it feels like somebody or someone
Somebody like targeted you guys.
targeted us for sure.
Let me.
Well, fuck it.
Bro.
Well, might as well. Shit, fuck
Bro,
it.
that shit happened to me too. My IG page for the last year I couldn't go live. I can go live now as of like 2 weeks ago, but dude, I couldn't.
Oh, yeah, you
I
were
couldn't
showing us
for
that
the-
time. You
I
still
couldn't
wouldn't be able.
do shit for the longest time. Couldn't message people, dude. That shit sucks. Whoever snitches, man, fuck
Hey,
y'all.
and not even whoever snitches, bro. Like, if you're bots, Fuck you too, because honestly, you're fucking with people's hard work. You're fucking with people's
and
Well, it's
like,
a livelihood,
time, bro. You
yeah,
know,
yeah,
like-
and I'll tell you guys, dude. Like during this time, this was December. This was like 5 days before Christmas, dog.
I remember when it happened.
Yeah, and the thing is like during this time, like last year was probably one of the roughest times for me in my life, my personal life. You know, separated from my wife and all this shit was going on, and then that fucking page goes down, dude. You know, all the hard work that I had gone through, and Chewy helps out a lot.
5 days.
Chewy helps out a lot, but I mean that was like 90% me, you know, and you know, and then I got to a point after that we couldn't get it back. I told Chewy like I think I'm done, bro.
You got discouraged.
Like
to
I
the
got
point
like I
where,
think
like,
I'm done, and
fuck,
Chewy like slapped me around. He's like, "Fuck no, you're not, bro."
Hey, that's a ride or die right there, my dude. That's a ride or die. Right
That's the homie, dog.
That's a fucking home right there.
So, dude, I was so down that I was all like, dude, well, like, you know, I told him, all right, dude. And he's all like, dude, I'll take care of the socials from here on out. You know, I was like, all right, dude, let's see how you can do. And, you know, since December or January, it's been all Chewy on our socials and shit.
Hell yeah. Fuck yeah, my dude.
So I was like, about time he does something, dude. Instead of showing up.
Hell yeah, dog.
I tell this phone to help all the time and shit. Fucking.
You got
We haven't done TikTok.
I know.
Hey, Papa, TikTok. Before it gets banned, hopefully it doesn't. But TikTok,
That's
it's
way. Wait, it's
fucking
gonna get
dope,
banned,
güey.
way.
You know, güey.
Fuck it, I'll take it over. I'll take it over.
Hey,
I'll take over the
I'll help you.
TikTok.
Hey. But no,
sorry.
I honestly would want to see the homies grow. TikTok, bro.
Yeah, you guys
TikTok.
should be on TikTok, dude. You guys
TikTok.
have a lot of cool
And
people
this
here.
fool, tell him how many years it took me to.
This
convince you.
motherfucker, since I met him, is like, you should be on TikTok, bro.
Is he Gen Z or what? How old are you, way?
30 we.
Oh, you're 30.
Yeah,
Are you Gen Z or are you fucking millennial?
What millennial? Yo soy
You're still
94.
millennial.
Okay.
Okay.
He's Gen lesbian.
94?
Gen lesbian.
94. güey.
94? Dude, how old are you?
I'll be 35 this year.
Hey, how long were you
Hey,
married
we're
for,
out.
bro?
We're out. Damn.
Hey, how long were you married for, bro? If you don't mind me asking.
I'm still actually technically I'm still married.
But like, whoa, before that,
Got
when
married 2016.
God damn, bro, you were
That's
young,
beautiful,
dog.
yeah.
I met
Like 25.
I was 24.
Damn, dog.
24. I had met my wife when I was 21, I think.
Yeah.
I was pretty young.
Damn, dog. That's wild, bro.
Yeah.
And I'm gonna jump back into it. This dude
Yeah.
wanted to quit, bro. He's like, I'm done, man. Like he's calling me from the Spectrum parking lot because he worked at Spectrum. I'm like, that's pendejo, güey. Like, and he's like, what?
And the thing that
then-
pissed me off is that this motherfucker was laughing that whole time that we lost our page. You know, but that's how this guy does.
That's how
Whenever
he's coping when he's coping.
Yeah, that's
Yeah,
his coping
yeah,
mechanism.
yeah,
But that shit pissed
Try
me
not
off
to
even
cry,
more.
bro.
No,
Because it's either laughing or crying.
And I'm over here like, well, yeah, of course he's laughing. I
But he
did
knows
most of
my
the work.
laugh, and I know, and it bugged him. He's like, no, mames, güey. And we were at the studio, and like, even our manager was like, hey, what's wrong? And this was like nothing. He threw him off twice until he
Nothing.
came back. He's like, what's wrong?
He's
And
like,
me says
nothing.
all right, bro, it's because they took our pages out and, blah, and he's opening up. And the same thing I told him, why are you going to stop?
Yeah.
I'm like, and he bit me back like, hey, you weren't even here like fucking 2 years ago with my page. I'm like, let's fucking restart it, bro. Let's go. Boom. And then TikTok comes down, bro.
That's when he started crying.
That's when I fucking cried again. No,
Fucking TikTok, dog.
that one hurt.
Yeah.
Don't take it away.
Yeah.
That one hurt, bro.
Yeah.
We should get this one share his laugh now, cry later.
With his face on there. That's a good one.
Or a
Cry.
tattoo, bro. We know an artist.
That's badass, dog. That's badass.
Yeah.
So, what made you guys want to? What made you want to start podcasting? Like,
Actually, I never even thought about doing podcasts, dude. Like when I saw that shit, you know, years ago on Facebook that my buddy was in a pod. I mean, at that time I was listening to Joe Rogan and shit, but I never really pictured myself doing anything like that.
Mhm.
And so when I got invited and during that pod, it just clicked on me. I was like, dude, to do this shit as a living, you know, like even being, it gave me the idea of being on the radio.
Yeah, man.
So I was like, dude, I'm so fucking down. And honestly, I'll be honest with you guys, man. I got so into it that like it put a strain on my marriage and my life. You know, it's just because I was all about it, you know, and so that's when it clicked, you know, and I feel like I ended up taking it more serious than anybody else. And like we said earlier, we fucking had my brother, we had my cousin. I had met a friend in school who she was doing like a videography class. So I was like, hey, we need somebody to help us out. So we had a team of 5, you know, and then we did a few episodes, and then one day my cousin's like, hey, I'm going to Phoenix for a week, so I'm not gonna be here. I was like, all right. after that week, I sent him a message like, "Yo, when you coming back?" He's like, "Bro, I met somebody. I'm gonna meet somebody," and he stayed. He's actually engaged right now.
Damn, that really happened.
What the fuck? It's like some movie shit. Hey, shout out to Don El Gato.
Hey, quick question, my boy. Is this Danny McBride's Don Gato?
Yes,
It
Don
is, my
Gato.
dude.
How did you get your hands on this, my boy?
Specs, dog.
Get the
Specs,
fuck
man.
out of
It's
here.
only the one on the far east side or the one by Sunland.
Hey, but shout out
hey,
to the shirts.
you know,
The shirts you gave us and shit.
Shout out to
fucking-
Sheriff.
Yeah, shout out to Danny McBride. Shout out to El Gato, Don Gato.
Don Gato. Monroe.
So, bro, put some tequila and shit. Sin cara, papá. Sin cara,
Cara,
papá.
como el wrestler and shit. Sin
Hey,
cara.
so
So check this out. Check this out. So
question.
then like,
I'm going back to Don Gato. You guys were mailed a package, or what were you guys telling me?
Yeah, dog. I got
Plug 'em in?
one of the marketing people, owners of Don Gato and the whole thing. They hit me up because I was tagging them so much that for sponsorship, or whatever. All the support that we've been giving them, they
like, "Como
send us
chingan?"
they send us a care package, bro. With
shit.
with Danny McBride's journal. They give us a copy of his journal with all his shit, with the Don Gato shit. They sent us to make ice cubes with a luchador face. They sent us shirts for all of us. They sent us stickers, a picture frame of a tiger. They sent us a bunch of shit, bro. Like, it was a nice care package.
you
So
have a
shout out,
you have a
shout out to
clapping
Don
button
Gato.
right
Yes, sir. Don Gato and shit. Appreciate you guys. You guys are fucking awesome. Shout out to Rough House Pictures. We're gonna, we're trying to work with you guys. We've been trying to work with you guys. We're trying to do some shit. Shout out to South Carolina, where Danny McBride moved his, his headquarters and all that. Shout out to all those people involved. You know what I mean? Like, we've been fans for years, so we love it. Rough House. I'm always messaging with them, so
it
it's
feels
cool.
badass when
Yeah,
like
bro.
big companies like that, like
They respond.
They respond. Like I would do that same shit with Circle K when I was in the old podcast. I would always have like a Circle K cup and shit, and we would always tag them. And one day they send an email and they're like, "Hey, thank you for being supporters, and then we're gonna send you out a package of it was what was that drink?
It was a Red Bull.
But like released. They hadn't even released it yet. So
I was
they
gonna say
wanted us-
taquitos and shit.
They
fucking
wanted us to try it out.
Tacos de
Oh,
grasa.
tight, dude. That's cool. Hell yeah,
So
dude.
they send us, and then after that, it's, like I said, this guy Chris was he's a guy that ran it, So whenever we would get invited to events and stuff, if he said no, like we're like, well, fuck, but yeah, that shit was crazy. It's cool. But real quick, so after my cousin
going
left,
back to
right?
it,
After my cousin was like, nah, I'm gonna stay over here. I was like, dude, literally, I think like that same week we did like a little promotions where we went to 104.3. We were on 93.1.
Dude,
we were
I
on
saw
the-
that. I saw
on
that.
95.5, right? And while we were at 93.1, our friend Elle, who was helping us out with the cameras, she was all like, dude, I want to get an internship here with Iris Lopez. And I was like, well, go fucking talk to her.
But the way she asked, bro, she was so like
it's because she's very very quiet,
Mousy
you know?
and shit.
Very mousy, yeah.
And I'm not making
then,
fun of you, but it was kind of funny. She's like,
can you
do you think
help?
she'll like-
do you
she'll
think
like-
she'll like get me?
and then me
And I was like, bro, fucking ask. She's right there. Ask her, And she's like, no. So I talked to Iris for her, and then Iris ended up getting her as an intern,
Oh yeah.
So when she got her as an intern, I got a message from Elle, and she's all like, hey, I'm gonna be too busy to help you guys out with the pod. And I was like,
Ah,
so we went from 5 to 4 to 3, and then I was like, all right, that's cool. And then, bro, like a week after that, my brother Kevin sends me a message, and he's all like, hey, so I got a girlfriend now. And I was like, he's my little brother. So I was like, oh shit,
You're not
what's
gay,
her
bro?
name?
Not gay.
What's her name? And he's like,
What's his name?
How big is his name?
and then he's like, oh, it's Elle. Our fucking
Oh,
videographer.
way.
Oh, tight.
Fucking plot.
And then he's all
Nice.
like,
We're like,
yeah,
damn,
so I don't think I'm
what
gonna have
the
time
fuck,
to help
Shout
you out
out
with
to
the
Love
pod.
again.
Shout out to Love, bro. We love Love in the
mind-blowing.
Monroe.
The takeover is just fucking brings people together, dude.
Yeah, bro.
And then
So-
they fucking left us.
So now it's you two fuckers in love or what?
And then it's just us two, bro.
Hey, I told you to fucking.
It's okay, Chew.
Oh, I see Chewy.
about
I see.
time they know.
Outside didn't matter. It meant nothing.
Hey, why you jealous?
I can't help
Tight,
it,
bro. It's tight.
And then after that, we're like, okay, bro, like it's just serious people, man. And yeah, we've had other people that come by and like, hey, dude, I love what you guys are doing. Let me be a part of it. And then they see how much work we do, and then they either don't show up or they're too late on our work, and then so they just don't make it. And I told you, look, dude, we'll just have to wait until, you know, people that are down, like fully down to be a
Down
part
for
of
the
it,
cause, for sure.
you know?
Yeah.
Or if eventually, you know, once we're able to pay somebody to do shit, then we'll know that they're taking it serious because they're getting paid.
Yeah, for sure.
But as of right now, you guys know too, like, you know, like fucking
It's punches.
to
left
do
and
something
right.
like
You know
this.
it's hard out here for a pimp, dog.
Yeah, baby.
Shit, dude,
Shit,
it is,
trying to
man.
make money for the rent.
Bitch, I'm missing out on rent.
But you know what?
I know,
You know,
My
you know,
bad, way.
No,
one
you don't
of
know
the
my
best-
bad. I'd rather do this and shit. Fuck it.
One of the best times was like during COVID, right? Because that's
Oh,
when
my
like
bad, my
a
lord.
lot of people got into
My bad.
like what they were doing, like
That you're missing out on
their
money.
shit. But every
good,
time
way.
I think
It's all
about
good.
COVID, it fucking I forget, dude, that fucking COVID happened.
Yeah.
Dude. How long ago did COVID happen?
5 years ago now.
Wait, I
dog.
think about COVID every day. Wait,
Why?
years ago.
Why, dude? That's,
because I don't know.
Everything's
man, like,
affected by
did it
it, bro.
affect
Yeah,
you though? It's because for me,
no,
like it
it
didn't
affected
seem
me.
like too
The
much.
world affected me.
The world changed.
The world
like,
changed.
Like
Everything
the
changed.
DoorDashing, the fucking the
Yes, wait.
Ubering, the
The
fucking
pickups, the
everything.
delivery pickups,
Well,
everything.
were you
The
guys like for
restaurants,
me,
bro.
like
But
when I
working
was
from home
working-
was fucking awesome.
Walmart's
for
not
me.
even open anymore. 24/7.
I
Like,
know.
no
Wait,
says
or
no
7-Eleven.
Dude, that's the thing with me,
DK.
dude. I wasn't. I worked at that time. I was working as a mechanic at the airport. I was taking care of the conveyor system, and so when COVID hit, you know how a lot of businesses closed, so a lot of people were like at home and
No,
shit.
everything.
So I was like, oh shit, I'm gonna be at home and shit. And fuck no, dude, they made me one of those essential workers, you know? I was, like, I was driving to work every day, like, you know, the cops would like be there and be like, essential as fuck. And, shut up.
I'm
Pass me
essential,
through.
baby.
But those were the times where it's like, you know, that really pushed a lot of that whole idea of having a pod. But every time I think about it, I forget that there's fucking COVID, and COVID then like was kind of scary. Like it sucked at the fact that like I still had to go to work and shit. But what scared me the most during COVID is like I'd scratch my ass, dude, and then like take a whiff. And then
You
like
couldn't smell it?
I wouldn't smell anything. So dude, I start fucking like, dude, is it because my ass is clean or is it because I have COVID? Like what the fuck?
Which is it?
Like, and then at the end, I'd be like, fuck it, my ass is clean.
Wait, that's exactly how I realized that I had COVID and shit. I scratched my balls and shit. I was like, no huele a vinagre, güey. No huele a vinagre.
Vinagre, güey. No mames, güey.
No huele a agua bendita, güey.
That's nasty, dog.
Güey, malo. Se mamó. Se mamó.
Ese güey, no huele a sopa, güey. Qué chingados.
Ah, wait. I went and smelled bleach and shit. I was like, fuck. I got COVID.
You both sick fucks went back to the good old scratch and sniff.
Dude, dude, it's crazy. I'd be like, no.
No.
Yeah, like, that's clean, maybe.
Chewy was like, huele a misa.
Mi salchicha.
No, estaba. Ah, sí es misa.
Okay, dog.
They should bring COVID back.
They are, dog. The new one.
Actually, it's back.
Measles, dog.
What the fuck?
Hey, dog. So, what's your guys' ultimate goal with the Takeover show? What are you guys trying to get to? Like, what's your what are your guys' aspirations?
Oh, good question.
I think there's a lot to it. I think like when it comes to the show, you know, I used to think maybe it's just like radio or maybe it's just a podcast. But you guys know, man, there's events out there, you know, like the vlogging, the streaming, and so I kind of our plan here is to really do all of that. You know, we don't want to focus just on the pod right now. The podcast is our bread and butter, but we want to start doing more vlogs. Eventually, I wanna maybe even start our own radio station. You know, where we could have local people come on and talk about their business. You know, play local music. I want to start going live. I was telling Chewy, like, dude, you know, on YouTube, let's do like a 24-hour live thing. You know, like just a day in life with a Takeover show, and just go 24 hours live on YouTube, and so yeah, I want to just do more vlogs. To be honest with you guys, I want to not just tell the story of our guests, but kind of do a day in lifestyle, you know. And like yesterday, shout out to La Bikina Rodriguez, shout out to the team Rodriguez, professional boxer, and we had her on. Dude, super chill. She's young. She's fucking super good at what she does. And her dad and her mom are the corner. They're her coaches and shit.
Oh, it's tight.
So her whole family. And the thing is like she's got a badass story. And this is what I like about, and you guys know this too, when you get a guest and you start knowing their story and this. I think they were supposed to do nationals, but they didn't qualify. They didn't let them. So what her dad did is he's like, fuck it, we're gonna go around the nation and play and fight all the best people, and they fucking beat everybody, you know. So if they would have gotten to the nationals, they would have won. But that's the type of people that they are. It's like they want to, you know, fight the best. And right now, she won her fight yesterday 4-0.
No, she fucked that bitch.
Where was the fight in Juarez?
It was in Juarez, yeah.
Or Team Rodriguez, sorry for the language, but your daughter fucked some shit up,
Yeah,
dude.
dude.
Hell yeah.
She had her wobbling. Hopefully next time we can go together.
You guys should have her on, dude.
Dude,
Yeah, dude, like, I'm more fucking down.
We're down, but we don't like. Oh, I don't feel like we don't like want like mooching off anybody else's like guests.
Why?
You know what I'm
No,
saying?
no.
I don't know.
Hey,
I feel
you
weird.
have
I don't
the
want. I don't want to
receipt.
feel
I
like
think you
we're
have the
mooching off
gate.
them. You know
You
what I'm
have the
saying?
gate. Run it, bro.
No,
Run
look,
it.
dude. We were
I'm
saying
boys
earlier. You were
business.
saying, Andrew, how it's you know lately it's been cool how all these other podcasts are combining.
Yeah, for
and I've
sure.
always had that idea, even with the old podcast. You know, I would always thought like, okay, like Joe Rogan, he always has Theo Von on. He always has Tom Segura on, and they all have their own podcast. They all feed off each other, right? You know, Bobby Lee has his own shit too. Like, why can't we be like that, right? Why compete? What are we competing for? Like, what are we literally competing for?
And that's what we were saying last time at Moose's. Remember we were saying that shit?
Hey, you know what's crazy way is that we all do it like we're collaborating, but we get along so great, and there's no fucking like no harsh feelings. I'm not talking shit about another industry and shit, but fucking
I am.
Yeah.
Dog, there was some shit going on in the comedy shit.
Comedians
recently.
Oh, bro.
hate on each
Did you
other.
see that shit recently?
They hate on each other. I love all
I
my
love
boys.
comedians. I'm gonna
My
say
boys and
something.
my girls. I
homies
love
with all
you all.
but I don't know what the
Y'all
fuck
got
is
some
going on.
drama.
Always, bro, dude.
Drama,
Dude,
bro.
fuck.
And like with us, you just been nothing but fucking love, bro. Like,
And that's the thing. That's what I was telling Chewy.
Yeah,
you know,
Shout
like
out
we've
to
had,
love. Shout out to love.
we've had all these comedians on, and dude, those are one of my favorite people to interview too,
dude, they're
just because
amazing
they're
people.
fucking funny and you could conversate with them forever. But since the very beginning, I've always told Chewy, I was like, dude, because we had a comedian on, and he'll tell us something about another comedian or a situation, and then we'll have some other comedian, he'll tell us something else, and I tell Chewy, I was like, bro, this is not about like picking sides, you know, like let's just be friends with each one of them. But it's fucking crazy how much drama it is, bro.
And I'm not gonna lie, bro. When I first started, I was a youngling. I was like with Conversing Chris. I'm like, who the fuck? And you guys can go back to the Buzz podcast. I even admitted it. I was like, who the fuck is a bro Monroe? And why the fuck I was a little hater, bro.
Yeah, dude,
I'm 30 now, right? So I was like, why the fuck?
I'm mature.
Why the fuck?
2 years later.
Actually, it's 3.5. But I was like, who the fuck are these guys, bro? And like, why the fuck do they have such a badass set? And like, you know, but I was like, esos güeyes que, you know, 10K followers.
Yeah, like our
Me
boy,
being a
like
hater.
our hairy boy Louis, man, from Death in the Hoodie podcast.
Shout out to
That
fucking Louis, dog.
Chewbacca,
Michi
looking
Chewbacca.
motherfucker.
But I was at
El Lubaka.
I was
Lubaka, dog.
I was we were at the comic strip, and Milo came up to me. He's like, "No way, you're Chewy from I'm a big fan of the Takeover." And I looked at him,
Chuco
and I was
Fest.
like, "Oh my god!" And he told me, "Bro, Monroe," and I was like, "Oh shit!" And it clicked, and dude, all the bad energy just fucking flew out of me. I was like,
I remember
why-
that.
¿Se la mamaste, güey, o
Why,
qué?
no, dude, we clicked so like
Yeah,
we
güey,
clicked-
I remember
They made out and
like
shit.
pinches primos, güey.
Yeah, güey.
Fumando.
He's all like,
We
she's
were
all
out
like,
there-
hey, bro, Monroe knows us, dude.
Yeah,
Yeah.
we were out there.
We were
and
out there, yeah.
Milo was chopping it up with you, and then I go out there because like I was gonna go like bum a cigarette off Milo, and then
Oh, yeah, we were smoking.
talking. Yeah,
You guys
I
were
don't
talking.
even
He's like, "Hey, what's up,
smoke
Drew? Hey, you know fucking Chewy
Yeah, they were
from,
rubbing each
Takeover?"
other's stomach and shit.
I'm like, oh fuck yeah, dude!
Yeah,
I've been wanting
yeah,
to meet
fucking
you
much
guys.
love, güey.
Yeah.
I heard so much about you guys, and then we finally got to meet there, and I'm like, dude, it's like-
Because
love,
I was a fan of you guys and shit.
Yeah,
like, and then when I found out you're gonna be on the Chuco Fest, I was like, oh shit, that's fucking dope, way like fucking
And
dope.
then we walked into your show. You guys were doing a show.
Yeah,
and we
yeah.
sat
That's
down.
right, that's
We
right.
didn't even know you like that. Right?
Hey,
That's
give us a
right.
shout out too.
But that's mad love, wait, it's mad love.
So
like,
to the
fucking-
fact that like if you're in that bad, and for me, because I was in that bad, like I want to be the best and shit. Nah, bro, you gotta
It's just
earn
that
the best.
competi-
Bro.
it's just a
You're
competitive
the
nature.
rookie.
It's a competitive
And you gotta
nature,
earn
yeah.
it from the vets, my boys, and he's been running it. So for me, being a haterism and getting the love from the vets, bro.
Yeah.
Because I don't do this shit.
Because y'all are old as fuck.
Because we are old.
Nah, but mad love.
We are old.
Nah, you've been 3 deeps in. I'm 1.5 years in this shit by myself. Like 1 year. Like
I've been doing this for 4 years, Trey.
Yeah, I've been with him for 3, but I've been podcasting for 1.
Yeah,
But it's all love, way. Like it
Yeah.
goes back to what I was saying, dude. Like mad love. Like
So-
dude, like fucking A-Town, Death in the Hoodie, fucking everybody's fucking podcast.
I was
Shout
like,
out
Buzz.
to Jamie
No.
Dukes.
Yeah,
Jimmy
Jimmy
Dukes.
Dukes.
Jimmy
Hey,
Dukes. We
shout
gotta
out
fucking
Jimmy Dukes.
grind too hard, bro. Like,
Grind too hard with Chef Clay. What's
Chef
up, good?
Clay, bro.
And that's the
Clay.
thing, you know, like every time I see y'all's show or I see Death in a Hoodie podcast, like sometimes I tell Chewy all the time, I was like, fuck, dude, we should have done something like that. Like, you guys give us inspiration. Like, everybody has, we all have like guests on our shows, and it could even be the same guest, but it's not gonna be the same fucking pod, you know. And that's why when you were saying, right, like, I don't want to munch off, like, nah, dude, don't even think about it like that. Think about it like having your own style. Every podcast has a style, dude. And Louis said it best, like, yeah, we could have the same people, but everybody has the same different style, kind of like, you know, the Joe Rogan style, right? And then you have the fucking, you know, the Theo Vaughn style, like, everybody
Bad
has
friends
their own,
and shit. Fucking
yeah, everybody has their own type, and that's why, like, that's when I knew, like, why the fuck do we need to compete? Why the fuck, like, why if we're all different?
And when Milo gave me the love, I'm like, I'm a piece of shit. I'm a pussy. Like, I'm literally
not even wait. I'm a pussy. Wait, me and this fool fucking.
No wonder he was crying whenever I talked to you guys.
Dude, we were laughing and clicking. You were waiting for me to help you something, and you came out to lick for me.
Like always.
Yeah, sorry guys.
No, but
And
yeah.
then he's like, and I'm like, meet Milo. And then before I know it, him and Milo were talking for like a good 10 minutes, and we got back to what we had to do. But the fact that like and shout out Chuco Town Comedy, bro. They brought us all together, bro.
Shout out to Gus Buzz.
They
Yeah,
didn't
shout out
have
to
to
Gus.
bring podcasts in that shit, you know?
Oh, wait, that was fucking
And
dope
that's
too,
fucking
eh?
dope. But
But I was saying it's a little overdue, way, because I mean this was in September and shit. We're already fucking April.
Yeah, dude.
We
Yeah.
should have done it before. But cheers to that,
little
man.
shout
Cheers,
out to friendship, bro. Shout out to the podcast unit.
Shout out.
Fuck yeah, man.
To here
and now.
El Don Gato.
I mean, my asshole hot.
Oh shit, dude, I just pissed my pants.
I gotta go.
Ya me salió lo macho, güey.
Hey, so I want to ask you guys, what are your favorite spots to go eat locally? Let's start off with Chuy, actually. Let's start off with Chuy. El Chuy.
El Chuy le gusta botanear, güey.
Chuy, what are your favorite
like
top
DoorDash.
three spots to eat locally in El Paso?
I'm gonna be a basic bitch right here.
It's all good.
Cometa.
Fuck yeah.
Fire.
Cometa.
What's your order at Cometa?
Dude, I'm not gonna lie. I
Tortas
usually get
ahogadas.
the half and half. When they do the bistec and the
Pastor?
Or los tacos and shit.
but I'm
Fuck yeah.
lactose, so I can't get the cheese. But goddamn, that cheese slaps, my boy.
bro.
Bro, but when he eats cheese, bro, get the fuck out of here.
Yeah,
Chuy.
bro. When we bring pizza, he's like, "Quítate la verga." I'm talking pizza. Second, locally, bro. I want to give a shout out. Well, there's two of them, but I want a major shout out to Speedy's, bro.
Speedy's
Fuck yeah,
Pizza?
Speedy's goes hard.
Speedy's.
I was gonna
Speedy's.
say Peter Piper, but I heard it's not an El Paso thing anymore.
It's Phoenix. It's Phoenix. But yeah,
You know,
we grew up on that shit.
but locally, bro, I'm not gonna fucking lie.
You're lying, dude.
No,
Speedy's goes
Say
hard.
that, he's a fucking-
no. Well, I know I already mentioned tacos. I'm trying to switch it up. You know.
Es que este güey come mucho, güey. Le gusta todo.
¿Qué mariscos, güey?
Did you get ass,
No,
güey?
I'm allergic to shrimp. So
bro.
I'm trying to see like where do I pick out, bro? Like where do I fucking pick out? I want to say the Rib Hut, bro.
Fuck yeah, fucking Rib Hut.
Rib Hut, yeah, Rib Hut.
Rib Hut goes hard.
Hell
bro.
yeah.
Rib
Fuck
Hut
yeah.
goes hard.
All right, Misa.
One of my favorite spots is called Flautas Tepalca.
Yeah.
Tepalca.
Donovan?
In
Or the one?
Donovan, yeah.
I
And
missed
it's
out.
actually like 2 minutes away from my crib.
Hell yeah.
So I fucking walk over there and, shit
Cerdo.
and have dinner.
No invitas, güey.
Dude, you don't come to Canutillo, bro. You're like, no, dude, come over here.
Canutote.
Too many carbs.
Well, yes, dude, yes.
You never come, wait? What the fuck?
The next, no, he hasn't.
Ejaculate, okay?
He's addicted to shrimp, but he's still fucking sucking dick, dude.
Hey,
Baby big shrimp. What?
Shout out to Milo.
Hey, wait. Shots fired.
Shout out to Milo.
Oh, yeah, it worked.
Shrimp game, baby. Shrimp game.
So actually, talking about shrimp gang, me and the Takeover show have a thing called pellejo
Pellejo
check.
check.
So instead of sock check, fool, hey, let me see your pellejo, fool.
Your foreskin or what?
Foreskin check.
Fine, dog. Fucking aardvark and shit. I got you,
know,
dog.
it's crew,
Fool,
man.
You can't kick it with us.
AARDVARK.
Chewy invited me to hang out with his crew that he's always talking about and shit. And I get there and he's all saying like, "What's up?" to people, and they're like, and I was like, "¿Qué? Saca la bolsita." He's like, "Nah,
That's what I was thinking. I was like, "Saca la bolsita."
Me too. He's like, "Nah, bro." It's like,
And they're like, what?
Fucking turtleneck gang,
And then I go
baby.
to the homie, I'm like, tell him.
Turtleneck
He
gang,
goes-
baby.
He goes, Pues let me see your pellejo, fool. And this fool starts laughing. He's like, what? Yeah, the foreskin check. We don't do sock check around here, homie.
And because of that, I was like, yo, dude, I'm looking for a co-host. Anybody?
Tight,
Bro,
tight.
do you hang out with a lot of fucking felons or did time or what?
He is a felon, dude.
I actually am a felon.
Yeah, he is. Man. I've seen his mugshot, dog.
Shut the fuck up.
That was
Yeah,
real.
wait.
That was a real mugshot. Yeah.
That was real?
Yeah.
What happened? Wait. Tell us. Tell us about your third local joint, and then we'll get into
Oh, shit.
criminal
that's
shit.
Right. Yeah. So,
Third spot.
okay, so I only said one, but I'll say one more.
You said two, no? Did you?
No,
He said
Tepalca?
Tepalca. That was
Tepalca.
it.
Tepalca.
Wow. I think you said two.
And then fucking we went
And then
on-
foreskin.
Yeah.
Talking about fried foreskin.
Talking about flautas. Hey, talking about flautas. Let's talk about foreskin and shit.
Chicharrones de pito? What?
No, I think the next one is Moose's Draft House where we were at.
Shout out to the wings, bro.
That place.
Mushrooms,
Hey,
bro?
Like-
fuck Rib Hut. I put moose.
Too late, dog. Too late, dog. Too late.
You could have just said an honorable
Chewy, go wait in the
mention,
car,
bro.
Chewy.
Too late.
Nah, that place is actually good, man. The owner, Tony, shout out Tony Baloney. This dude has been a family friend for a long time, but dude, the way that he smokes his meat and the ingredients is different than any barbecue other place, man. So shout out to that place for sure. And then to be honest with you guys, man, I gotta go to something that everybody fucking knows, and that's Chico's, bro.
Yeah, bro.
Chewy doesn't like Chico's, but I'll do Chico's.
I like the burger,
any
but
day.
I'm not a big fan of the
Bro, the burger
tacos.
goes hard with the fucking
Con el
round dog.
weenie?
No, dude.
Weenie burger. You add weenie, bro.
We just go losos, güey. We just go
Weenie burger.
losos, güey. Les gusta el weenie a esos,
yo
güey.
sé-
A mí me encanta
Check
weenie.
Lizzie
King.
Yo, check this shit out. So like about a week ago now.
About a week ago.
My girl and I were like, it's been a while since we've been to Chico's. Let's go. And I was like, yeah, fuck it, let's go. And it was late. It was late, dog. It was late. And I was
They were
like,
closed.
it was like I was like, it's okay. Chico's they're open till
So
late.
like 2, 3, right?
They're open till late.
Nope.
No more.
We're driving up. We park, and then I see that it's kind of scarce and shit. Like, listen,
Which
very
one?
few people-
Alameda or where? Or Dyer?
Old Faithful by Jefferson.
Hey.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
I
Shout out to
only,
Central.
I only go to that one.
That's the OG
Central.
one.
Yeah.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
like,
A huevo.
so like, we get there, and then like, there's security guards at the door, and he's like deterring people from entering. And he's like, no, we're
He's
closed.
like,
and even
Fuck you.
whenever Cooks
Fuck
comes
you.
out and shit with the little hat and shit, and we park, and she's like, oh no, we're already closed. And I was like, it was 10:55.
Get the fuck out of here.
It was 10:55, and then I was like, we closed at 11. I was like, it's a Saturday.
No.
We closed at 11.
COVID, bro. COVID.
On a Saturday?
Wait, so
I
back
was
to
like,
COVID.
no.
since
So
COVID.
I go on Google and I'm like, is it just today? Like that they're closed? Did something happen? There's a malfunction with a fryer or some shit? What is going on?
Now the computer's going to take cash.
I know. The
All the
ATM
dust
machine's
from the
out.
chandeliers fell into the food.
I go out to the Google and then see their hours of operation. Every day they close at 11.
Yes,
What?
Wait.
I've known this, man. I've
I
known
was
this.
fucking mind blown, bro. I was like, what the
Oh,
fuck?
dude, damn.
I was like, some of my best memories happen here at this location
At 3 o'clock in
between
the
the
morning.
hours of 1 and 3 a.m.
Fuck, dog. That's terrible,
yes,
dog.
When the fuck did this shit happen?
COVID, bro. COVID.
So
COVID
going
fucked
going
everything
back to it, COVID fucked a lot of
Everything
things
up,
up.
yeah,
bro.
That's not gonna say about
Mamas.
Chico's.
That's
But-
crazy, dog. I had
All I
no
gotta say,
idea.
when I die and shit, fucking just throw me in the dumpster behind Chico's on Dyer.
I got you, dog. Let's
you.
get you for some
Northeast Central,
fucking
baby.
for some meat and shit.
Don't even bury me.
Te
Just
voy a
throw me in the
colgar
dumpster.
y te voy a hacer tacos al trompo.
El trompo de la verga.
Hey, but I want to ask you guys now. Local foods.
Yeah, but only one, dude.
Yeah,
'cause shit,
yeah.
Yeah, I'll do
that's
one.
a
I'll
lot,
do one.
dude.
Go for it.
I got Puerto Vallarta and Montana, güey.
What's that?
Fucking mariscos, güey.
I feel like I introduced you to
shit.
that. I introduced
No,
it to
bitch.
Red and you.
No, bitch. Kike introduced us to it. Kike is the one.
Okay.
Because it was
I'll let him
BYOB.
slide because I've never gone to that place with him. But
Oh, okay.
for a short period of time, I lived in Central, and I looked.
Yeah, it's right
I
there,
loved
right at that fucking
And I
apartment,
would
yeah.
go there because it's BYOB.
Yeah, wait.
So you could take. It's one of those marisco
shit.
spots where you
Wait,
could take
no,
your
take your
own
own
beer.
beer.
You could
Wait,
take your
That's how
own-
it should
wait.
be
Back in the
everywhere.
day, they used to give
Yeah.
you free beer on Saturdays and
on
Sundays.
on
güey.
Sundays.
Saturdays
Yeah,
and Sundays.
they were Bud Lights.
Yeah,
They
Bud
would-
Lights, way. They'd fucking have 30 packs of Bud Lights on deck.
That's a
Boom,
good
boom,
one.
free beer.
That's a good one. So
That's
Puerto
fucking hands
Vallarta
down.
on Montana. And
If you're
and by
allergic to
Cotton.
shrimp, with you get the fucking fish ceviche.
Yeah,
It's
I
fucking
always
hard.
have to-
You know what, dude?
Every
I'm always kind of like effy about like eating anything like seafood here in El Paso, only because there's no fucking oceans
Ocean?
close by, dog. Like,
Dude,
The
I know.
freezers, baby.
Like,
I know.
I mean,
freezer trucks and shit.
I know, but
man.
shout out to that place because we used to go there because I lived in Central and then I met my girl and she lived in Central and so that was our spot. So we'd go there.
Shut
now
up.
We take our
I try to
daughters
take-
now.
I try to take all the girls.
Hey, what's
Dude,
it called
it's
again?
so good.
Hey, I just take all my
all right. What about
Puerto
Wait,
Vallarta.
Puerto.
Vallarta.
Puerto Vallarta, Montana.
By
Let's go right
Cotton.
now, dog. Let's go right now. Fuck after this.
Yeah.
All right, yeah, cool.
For me, dog, I'm gonna have to say pizza joint, dude. Pizza
Yeah,
joint.
pizza joint, dude.
Pizza joint. Shout out to pizza joint, dog. Like,
I remember in high school we would go and order like that biggest fucking slices and shit, dude. So we'd be walking like the hallways like fucking badasses.
fuck yeah,
Two of
dog.
us holding a big old slice.
Hell yeah,
All
dog.
the shorties
That's
behind
so
you and shit.
Nah, dude, that never
Ay,
happened.
huele a pizza.
Ya llegaron las pizzas. Ya llegaron las pizzas. Ya llegaron las pizzas.
Every day, dude.
What the
every
fuck? I
day.
need to see that video because some dude at work was doing this shit.
Guy.
I was like, what?
Fucking dad.
He
Fucking
shows up
dad
to
over
the
here.
studio
I
every
know. I
day,
was
he
telling my
shows up.
dad. My dad's like, ¿y esa madre qué? He's all
Esa madre que pinche maricón.
Hey, Milo, start it.
Ya llegaron las
pizzas. Ya llegaron las pizzas.
Ya llegaron las pizzas.
Ya llegaron las pizzas.
Yeah, you're gonna let.
Hey, so speaking of what's your local spot?
I'm gonna go, dude. And my girl just sent me this one on Instagram because it just got a little bit of notoriety, and I
Bucks.
can't believe I can't.
Bucks.
I didn't think about
On a
it.
Thursday.
Dude, she does share Bucks fucking reels with me, she sent me this
fucking
one,
up.
and I'm fucking up because
You're fucking up.
I work in this area and I go to it at least once a week. La Tapatía.
Oh, yeah. dude,
La
that is-
Tapatía. So shout out to La Tapatía. It's on Old County, Isleta area.
Soy no sabo.
Oh, that's right, bro.
Right?
No
Dude,
sour.
it's so crazy, bro. They fucking serve you a little sopita.
Ah, camarada.
They give you a sopita in this little styrofoam fucking bowl.
Ay, güey.
But it's a bit-
¿De concha o de letras?
No.
The noodle.
Oh, the fideo?
They give fideo, but they give conchitas too. And then they put like carnita molida in there.
Yeah, yeah,
And some veggies. Bro, and you get the little tacos. It's got that grease.
Hey,
but
that's
it's
it.
so
That's
good.
a Mexican
Wait.
equivalent to when you go to an Asian restaurant, they give that miso soup. That's
Yeah,
it.
yeah,
That's
yeah.
a Mexican equivalent.
Dude,
dog.
it's
Con
so
su
good.
man
It's
shit.
very
dog.
affordable. It's very affordable.
Shout out.
Like the little corn in there.
Yeah.
¿En dónde, güey?
Dude,
Wow,
hey,
I'm-
you know
La
where?
Tapatía.
You know where at
Tapatía?
Mi Cabaña on Lee Trevino and North Loop,
North
bro.
Loop.
If you order some shit, they'll give you a little soup of like tortilla soup with some
shit.
cilantro. It's so fucking
Oh, dude.
fire, bro.
Dude,
Just
shout-
as a little appetizer, and
Dude,
and
shout
some
out
of
to
the
places that do that because I know
Yeah,
Mexico's
bro.
is notorious for giving
Yeah,
you
the
the little
consommé, the
cardillo and
consommé.
shit.
Shout out,
Bro,
yeah.
if you're a place that you're a Mexican joint,
Those
fucking
soups.
give a little fucking fideo.
Those
de
soups are
frijoles,
the-
algo, de
Oh,
frijolitos,
that reminds me.
algo.
Hey, wait.
Did you go with us when we went to Juarez with Red?
No,
Yes, bitch. It was me.
Yes, bitch.
Why did you even ask him then?
where, when?
Because I need some insurance.
Oh, San Martin,
time we
San
went.
Martin, San Martin, San Martin, San Martin.
San Martín, yes.
Hey, San Martín, bro. San Martín.
Shout out to San Martin.
San Martín eres una
Because-
bestia,
Fire,
güey.
güey, fire.
Because when we went, and this was the last time I actually went to Juarez. That was a
Yeah,
long ass time ago.
yeah.
We took our choris.
Yeah.
We took our
Choris,
choris over there.
Choris.
Dude, we went to San Martin. What did they bring us?
The little
Fucking
soup.
bowl of fucking fideo.
Yeah.
It was
Oh.
fire as fuck.
You're right.
Y lo
It was
traen
fire as
frijolito,
fuck.
¿verdad, güey?
El te lo traen, güey, está un poco quemado. Like, I like my sopita que está
Yeah, a little burn. Yeah, a little toasty, little toasty.
like tortillas, you know, a little bit
Fuck, yeah.
crispy.
Yeah, dude. But you could see, like, on the noodle, like, it's a little, like, burn and shit.
The fucking chicharrón de ribeye
Hey,
at
wha-
fucking San
wha-
Martin.
Wait,
Fire.
Yeah.
not even that. The kawama that they put the
Oh,
kawama.
Yes, dude, yes.
Hey, why does it smell so sweet in here right now?
Yeah, dude.
Y'all smell that sweet shit?
No,
I do
hopefully I
It smells like
on the-
syrup. Is it?
Oh.
No, it's that trash.
I was hoping my house burned.
I don't know. Hey, so
I was gonna say there's a fucking fire. in your
before we
water.
dip out, I have a question for both of you guys.
Yeah, go for it.
Have y'all experienced any spooky shit?
Yeah, actually, spooky shit. Actually,
Give us your spooky story before we leave.
Well, I mean, I'll say this story. It was actually during a pod, and it was with a fucking the Death in a Hoodie podcast.
What?
You know what's funny?
Get
and
the
then,
fuck
and
outta
then
here.
Shout out to the Death in a Hoodie podcast,
Shout
and
out
I
to
feel
Louis,
bad.
Sunny and
Yeah,
Eric and
Louis,
shit.
Sonny and Eric. You know, the shitty part is like we always try really hard for our guests to have a good experience, right? It's just the same as you guys. When they show up, we want to make sure that they're comfortable, they're chilling. And so, dude, these guys showed up, and it was I think it was close to Halloween.
No,
and so they showed up. They showed up with like their costumes and shit.
They told us. Told us about this.
And then so while we were there, dude, like, dude, I'll tell you guys, we've never had issues with our equipment or anything like that, and that day was just something crazy, man. Like our audio stopped working, and
They
then,
brought
like,
in
lights,
the juju, bro.
lights started
They-
flickering and shit. Like some lights
Like,
would turn off. And
Let's say
on,
that
and, like,
shit was starting like.
Didn't Louis say that it was because something was following because he made a fucking
Yeah, he
made
did.
a- That's what it
That's a good
was.
story. That's a good story.
Yeah,
He
yeah.
brought that story.
So-
He had told us
That's
that
right.
story too, and what's funny is that while he was telling us that story and shit, that's when we started having all this fucking trouble. Dude, it was so bad that like I felt shitty, but I called him like after. Dude, it was supposed to be an hour and a half. If anything, we were there for like 3 fucking hours, just trying to like restart shit, and then, and then start it over.
Chewy's
and-
crying in the corner.
Yeah, shit, like,
Wait,
I'm allergic to
berrinche,
shrimp.
güey, berrinche, güey.
And then so eventually they were the first ones, which sucked. But they were the first ones where we had to like redo a whole episode. You know,
No
like-
way, dude.
Yeah, like
Shut the fuck 3
up.
times, mamon.
that was the first time. No, that was the first time that we had to have like our guests come back and do another one. You know, and that shit that felt shitty just because like y'all know the chemistry and like it's like what do we ask them the same questions? Do we go the same route? Like it wasn't. But I mean, it was still a good episode. But that was like. Ever since then, we've never had any other issues.
That's wild,
Before that, we've never had issues.
out
So,
wild, dude.
Death in a Hoodie podcast, dude. You guys need to leave that shit there at the
Spooky motherfuckers.
Hey, if y'all want somebody to fucking handle shit, I'll handle shit. Like your boy will fucking take care of shit.
Shaman over here.
How, Milo? Explain how.
Listen to our old episode and
Yeah,
shit.
listen to our
dog.
old, I got a whole fucking story and shit.
Yeah.
Pertaining to this
What
house.
number so I can go back?
Fucking
I'll text you. I'll text you.
Yeah,
We'll send you the link.
1,240.
Because that's I hate spooky shit, but hanging out in this podcast,
No.
El Paso universe, dude. So many
Dude,
people
Milo's
are
fucking
into
story
that
goes
shit.
hard.
Yeah.
I've told Milo countless times, like, dude, you need to fucking tell that story because he's shared some other podcasts with me.
Do it
and
into
I'm
a
like,
short
dude,
clip.
Dude, fucking call
Turn it
them,
into a short
email
clip.
them,
Pull that
tell
shit
them
into
your
a short
story,
clip.
bro, because that's a very good one. And the way he tells it, it's very good.
Yeah, well, we did a whole podcast on just that story.
Fuck yeah,
We'll
fuck
send
yeah.
it to you.
It's called the dress, no?
the dress.
something like that.
What you call it? Yeah, the dress
I'm
and shit.
super down.
Chewy, what's your spooky story, dog? I want to hear about you and shit.
Yeah, güey.
What have you
He
experienced?
got a torta and it ended up being a torto.
Se llamaba Alonso. And that's all you gotta know.
And he had a shrimp dick, so he couldn't do it.
He's allergic and shit.
Little did he know he didn't pass the check. Nah,
Circumcised?
Yeah, he was straight fucking no hoodie. I was like,
No definite hoodie.
He was like that. Wait, he wasn't like that. He was like that. I was like, nah, ya lo tienes poop.
Hey, wait, that's too much. I was kidding, dude. No,
Anyways, ay, qué rico. I don't know if you've ever.
Why are you
heard
looking
of-
at me like that?
Have you ever heard of Roberts Elementary School? In the
Roberts?
West? Yeah, in the West. It's haunted. No? Okay, well, it's. I don't know if you've ever been to the Whataburger by Donovan in the ghetto.
Yes, I have.
And it always smells like sewer. So, yeah.
Oren
That one,
Roberts?
My favorite. No, I didn't go to Roberts. Yeah, Oren Roberts. Yeah.
I've
So
heard of
that-
it, yeah.
Yeah. So that shit's apparently some kid died and inside the school or some shit. I don't know the story if you want to Google it, but they put the rest in peace thing under a tree, right?
What the fuck? At the school?
Yeah.
What the fuck?
Really? when they
Hell nah, dog.
So every kid sees that shit, and it's in the entrance. So my homies, I used to be
It's like, welcome to death.
we used to be like the
Welcome to Death
Jackass
Elementary.
Viva La Bam skater crew. You know how that was back in the day.
Hell yeah.
So we're trying to skate and shit, and then my homie's like, "Let's jump the fence, bro. It's haunted. Let's see what we can get." And it was 4 of us. And I swear to God, I've never been. And if you guys know me, bro, I'm a pussy when it pussy.
Hell yeah, shout out to
Hey,
I'm a
sound like two.
pussy.
Hell yeah, dog.
Sound like
I
two
don't fuck
motherfuckers
with-
that I know.
I
and
don't
shit.
fuck with death. I don't fuck with the afterlife.
Look,
I don't.
bro.
I don't want to know what the fuck you died. Whatever. Rest in peace. I'll
Right?
keep walking.
That's it.
So these fools jumped the gate. And I'm like, hijo de la verga, pues ahí voy de pinche gordo, güey. Copy the gate.
He didn't jump the gate. He went around it.
Wait,
Fucking breathe heavy.
I don't know if you remember back in the day, elementary schools used to have doors where you open them like
Yeah.
with a big like that, the big handles like
And
that.
then the
Okay.
shit in the middle,
Metal
right?
as fuck, right? Tell me why, bro. When we're walking by, like a chain, like a fucking like I'm not talking to you about no fucking chain, like a real chain, like a long chain, metal, lifting up. Wait, and we're like, all 4 of us.
Whip
and we're
chains.
And we're like, what the fuck? Bro, the door. They whacked the shit out of the door, and we're like, dude, what the fuck? And we're like, no mames, güey, no mames. Tell me why we look in the fucking, you know how elementaries have like that one, well, I don't know if that school had a one fucking window.
The long rectangular, the long rectangular
it's
window.
county and shit, you know? And we look in there, like there's two of them, and dude, tell us why we see clothes flying in the middle of the hallway. There's
Clothes,
fucking
like shirts and
Like
shit.
shirts?
No, like
somebody's like fucking there standing there and you can see it fucking flapping.
Was it white?
I'm God. We're walking.
Hey, the chocolate chips are out.
Hey, they
Oh yeah, that's right. I forgot about the chocolate chips. The Hershey's Kisses.
Anyway, you see a bunch of clothes flying in and out, and we're like, no mames, wait, let's get the fuck out of here, bro. We go like that. We come back. We look in. Both of us are freaking out. Clothes are gone.
Get the fuck out of here,
I fucking
dog.
swear to you. Get out fast, I fucking ran the shit out of that. I jumped that fence. Yesterday they started ghost hunting in there. Fuck that shit. Me and my other homie Alexis
Fuck
He's a
that,
cop
dog.
now.
Hey, Chewy needs a sports bro.
I should have chocolate Chips Ahoy himself. Mr. Chips Ahoy himself.
Dude, tell me why. Like I'm boys on gentlemen.
I don't know why, Chewy. You keep asking to tell you why. I don't know
Why
why.
was the clothes gone when we turned around? I swear to you,
I don't know,
I
dog.
visually
Fuck
saw the clothes un chingo way, like little kid clothes, like jackets
Could
and
it
shit.
Could it have been, you know, like the janitors used to live on campus back in the day at the
was
elementary
groundskeeper
schools.
shit.
Maybe the janitor was going through the lost and
Oh, I
found.
forgot to
fucking
mention. I forgot to mention.
Trying to find a
I forgot
shirt to
mention.
fit.
3 in the morning.
No, I forgot to mention.
Pronto, Chewy, me estoy meando, güey.
Me too, but it was dark and the light was. They were blinking, way like
It was a
how
party.
he said it.
It's like a strobe light.
No, vete a la verga, güey. So it's in there. Yo no me meto con esa madre.
Hell nah, dog.
No.
Appreciate you on that shit, bro. Fuck that.
Hell no.
Hey, so do you guys have do you guys have anything else to get off your chest before we leave? Any plugs? Anything coming up that you guys want to
Yeah, I just want to
support?
give I want to give a big shout out to General Reference Studios, man, that took us off the streets, that put us into that studio. Shout out to Anthony Austin Brown that recommended us.
We got
If
it.
it wasn't
guys
for
on,
GRS, I mean, I know the Takeover show would have still been going on, but it wouldn't be where we're at right now if it wasn't for General Reference Studio. So shout out to Javi, the owner. Shout out to Chris, the manager. Shout out to Jamal Streeter. Shout out to Derek. Shout out to Nico.
Jojo.
Shout out to
everybody
Jojo.
in
Shout out
that
to
bitch.
Juan Pablo. Those guys that are part of that studio. Those guys help us out all the time. And
They
yeah,
actually-
man. And shout out to all our guests too. All our guests that we've had from the beginning, from Johnny Cage to La Bikina. Everybody that's taking the time to come and hang out and tell their story on our show. That's what we're about, man. And we appreciate you guys too having us on. Can't wait to have you guys on our show. But yeah, dude, shout out to everybody that's watching right now too.
Oh yeah, dude. And we're gonna be on there. Like in 3 weeks, right?
Yeah, the
About 3
27th,
weeks.
right?
Yeah, we'll be out there with them. So check us out. Check them out. Chewy, anything you want to plug in?
On my end, bro. Well, honestly, if you guys need sports jerseys or anything, we're called Next Gen Sports 2K19 on Instagram. If you need elotes and anything catering, we're called Dulces 2K22. But other than that, this fool took me off the streets, put me in a better position where I'm at, and now I'm here hanging out with you guys locally, having a blast, bro.
It's like when you go to a strip club and you see a girl, and you're like, girl, let me change your life. I can
Yeah, dog.
He actually changed his life.
Yeah, I like that shit.
But that's
changed
good.
my life.
But thanks to you guys too. Shout out to the Bro Monroe
Shout out
show,
to-
man.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
4 years running, and you guys have a plaque. You guys are gonna get another one, and plenty more that you're gonna run out of space, bro. Because you guys are doing
Appreciate
your
you,
thing,
bro.
running the game, and like I said, you guys are the OGs, bro. And
Yeah, respect to that.
Thank you, Papa.
Appreciate you.
Thank you. So
Good job,
yeah, thank you,
He's
Chewy.
getting better at that,
I think-
you gotta be grateful in life, because if I don't wake up tomorrow and I don't say what I wanted to say, you're never gonna be like, oh, did he fucking give a fuck at one point?
dude.
True.
I'll tell everybody you did it.
Let's make that a point. If you're listening, you know, tell the person you love them.
You gotta let them know.
Straight up.
And if you
don't, be like, hey, fool, you're a little.
I don't love
fucking-
you.
You're a little pothole in my life, bro. I need to fucking go the other way.
True.
If you can get cemented and fix your shit, then I'll drive by you again. You know.
Or you,
Yeah, yeah,
or you
dog.
can tell them, hey, I got some cement. Let me help you out.
Yeah. También. All right, so before we leave, we always like to ask our guests some questions, some closure questions. But I'm gonna ask each of you one. I don't know if the guys want to ask each of you one as well. But Misa, yours is what's a memory you don't want to get rid of?
Oh man, memory I don't want to get rid
Dude,
of.
you're coming.
I know.
What the heat, dog? This week.
That one's tough.
That's a good
I'm
one.
gonna fucking have to round us one.
You
No,
know,
wait, but I'm gonna get you a different one, dog.
I might
So don't
be-
even.
it might be a little-
Yours
okay.
different. Yours different.
Fire.
Mine's a little personal and shit, but I to this day I could remember my kids saying "dad" for the first time.
Oh shit.
That's the type of memory that I don't want to fucking.
tight, dog.
Ya llorar este
I don't
güey.
even have
ya
kids,
llorar.
dog. That's cool.
I'm gonna cry over here with my boy
And I'll tell you that
Chewy.
shit,
Double
like,
up on that
yeah, we
one,
have a
bro.
podcast and shit, but honestly, I don't really talk much about my personal life. I have a 15-year-old stepdaughter. I have a 8-year-old son that I fucking love. But yeah, man, just that memory of hearing them say "dad" for the first time is something that, yeah, for sure, I don't ever want to forget.
Oh yeah, dude. I like that shit. Good shit.
Cheers to
Cheers,
that.
bro.
Cheers,
Cheers.
cheers,
Cheers.
cheers.
Cheers to that, man. That's a great. That's a great
fucking
memory.
drunk.
That's a very good.
What question you got for Chewy? That's what I want to know.
For Chewy,
How big are your tits?
for every back
big as
shot,
mine.
hey, for every back shot you take, you get 500K. How many back shots are you taking? How many back shots are you taking?
Oh shit! How much to get to $1 billion?
How many you taking, Papa? How many you taking?
Can I get stocks?
500K cash. You put it wherever you want.
How many back shots, Chewy?
The
Hurry.
Jesus Canales, 0. But the Gordillo swag, hey, let me cash the fuck out. Let me get like 7. Let me get 7 right
How many you taking?
here. 7.
7? Oh,
Lucky
wait.
number 7.
Okay, I like that shit. All right.
Put it in your calculator. How much am I making?
7 times. What did I say? 500K.
Fuck it. I'll be a little free.
3.5
I'll be a little
million.
free.
3.5 million.
Hey,
Don't
I'll be a
do that.
little
3.5
free.
and shit.
Give me 10. Give me 10.
10. Yeah, no, I'll go 10.
Yeah,
At least
that's
5 million,
million.
baby.
Fuck it. All right. You guys, what?
I'm good, man.
What
That was a great question to end on for me. That was
good. My question was gonna be like, which fucking fry do you like the most? The crinkle or the waffle?
No, that was a good question to end
All
on.
right, for sure. Make sure you guys follow us, bro.monroe.show. Follow me, ray.ruckus. I don't know about them.
It's 915 Vintage, bitch. Check that shit out. It's my sister's page. Fucking follow it, please.
Yeah, I follow the Takeover show, and I just started my own personal page. It's called Mr. Misa 915. I haven't posted shit yet, but follow me.
Check me out at Gordillo Swag 21T, TikTok, Instagram, and I'm blessed to hear with the boys.
Dude,
Yes,
I got one that I always forget. I always forget it. It's been a couple months, but our homies over at Coconuts Bar, fucking
Yes, sir. Shout out to
dude,
Coconuts.
So like, now that me and my girl have a little bit of time during the day because our girls are at school now, so we'll go have like a little midday drink and shit. But we went to Coconuts and shout out to Jacob, Noe's brother. He hooked us up. He hooked my girl up with a sweater.
Hell yeah, dog. Yeah.
Hey.
All right, that's been episode 115. We'll see you guys soon.
Peace. Wait, real quick.
Oh.
La verga, güey.
Sounds like Chewy when there's no tortas around.
Hey, if I whistle that, do they come?